guys, Luca here for episode 132, I think, of the Scumcast. Is I, your host, the Ashen Luca. Yes, your resident scumbag. Yes, your girl Luca. Yes, it's me. I'm here, back again for another show. Yes, we are here together, guys. We are living. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas. Okay. There's nothing really too crazy going on in the gaming space. But I think we're gonna have a good time today. Might be a shorter show. Might be a shorter, depending on certain things. So but I'm always happy to be here with y'all. I'm always happy to get it in and have fun with the fam. The Legion of Scum family, aka you guys are the only ones I can rely on, really. You know what I mean? Like I can put my opinions out there, and even if we don't agree, I can rely on you guys to not verbally accost me for thinking differently, man. Okay. For thinking differently, man. So I appreciate y'all for that, man. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and say hi to some people in the chat. What's up, Blue Ray Zone? What's up, Bob? What's up, Smokes? Hashtag Legion of Scum. Let's go. What's up, Blade X? What's up, Crazed Assassin? What's up, Albin? What is up, Andrew? Andrew saying PS5 best console in history. I think that has to do with the NPD numbers. I think that's what he's referring to. I'm actually not 100% sure. But yeah, man, we are here. As you guys can see, most of the panel is not here today. It's because what is it? Because they're doing stuff with the family, man. And I cannot fault them for that. So as it stands, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you to my channel members. Okay. I'm going to shout out my channel members. Okay. First things first, I'm the realist. Okay, anyways, so shout out to Craig, the tech guy, Epsilon, Clifton, the colored milkman, Cat Daddy, Daquan, Yobi, Bounty Boom, Forte, Ayo Greggy, Scrotum, Child of the Sea, Sean Slamka, Hannibal Barca, Slow-Mo, The Finest, Sir Taz, Hustle and Motivate, The Sly Crow, Inbondi, Jarrell, Arodamus, Damien, Restored Hades, Envy, Outlaw, Minute Repeater, Thundercat, Light Gamer, Meta, Sir X-Man, Brother Darkness Gaming, Robert Arlo, Flamish, and James, who became a member yesterday. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel in this way. It means a lot. I appreciate everyone who watches now and watches later and hangs out in the chat. You guys are all awesome. I would not be doing this without you. I really appreciate the fact that I can have so many people here who are supportive of me and everything that I do. So thank you guys. You guys have been great in regards to keeping my mood up and stuff. So thanks again. Okay. Shout out to Sir X-Man with Super Chat saying, love to my sweet Luca. Appreciate you. What's up, Dom? What's up, Mizzo T Shizzo? What's up, Moggs? What's up, John? Damien, the Sly Crow, Emperor Rafe. Crazy Assassin says, I deleted Cyberpunk on my PS4 Pro. It's not even bearable enough to play through. What's up, Jarrell? Blade said, you missed your chance to pick up your PS5, bro. What are you doing? What's up, Dana Joe? So Blue Rhizome's like hiding behind their families to dodge out, shaking my damn head. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and say hi to people on the panel. Shockingly, in a twist, Meta, who's been, who shows up once a month, is actually here while everyone else is gone. So Meta, what's up, man?
Oh, I got my tinfoil hat. It's metaphorical. Yeah, your metaphorical low life. Hey, I'm sorry I had some.
No, you're fine, dude. You're fine. I'm just fucking
serious family issues, but I can't speak for the rest of them. They probably dodging these L's, ducking at parks, getting breakfast.
Ducking at parks, getting breakfast. Yes, I love that for me, man. All right, what's up, Deaf Singer? Deaf Singer back again. My favorite bot / PC guy. What's up, man?
What up, Luca? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. What's up, Sin Izzy? Sin Izzy says, what's good, Luca? Finally caught a live stream. Appreciate having you here, fam. What's up, Blessed? What's up, Jedno? Jedno points out that Cyberpunk got a 15GB patch today. Yes, on the Xbox, because the PC and PS4 got their patches yesterday or the day before. One of those. What's up, Big Mike?
They can't even get their updates on the same day.
No. What's up, Monkey Punch? I'm sure there's something else with that. I'm just not sure what it is. What's up, Soja for Life 504? What's up, Lionel? Yeah, I did. I liked your tweet, brother.
Was it anatomically correct, Lionel?
Oh man, not like this. But okay, anyway, we're going to talk about, what do you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about the Naughty Dog Awards first? Is that what you guys want to talk about? What's up, Gregor?
Hey, it's your world. We just a squirrel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's up, Def Floyd? Andrew says, I was going to tell you and your crew something, so I downloaded GTA 5 and played online GTA on my PS5. It looks beautiful, and graphics look better than on the PS4 and PS4 Pro. That's awesome, dude. The new patch is better so far. Okay.
I got a question. Yeah. What did for those that are playing through the patch, what did the patch improve? Like what quality of life or like improvements are you guys seeing from the patch?
Well, there's a whole bunch of fixes. And like for PC, I don't know how big the patch was because I only downloaded a gig. So whatever they did was practically nothing. Maybe just some fixes, improvement. They mainly improved the stability of the game. So like the performance. So it wasn't dipping as hard. I haven't played it on console, so I can't tell you what the difference on console is, of course.
Okay, bet. What's up, Pains? What is up? What's up, Juan? What's up, guys? How y'all doing? If you could tweet out the link to the show, and if you could also hit the like button, it would be much appreciated. Thank you so much, man. As we draw closer to holidays, people are spending time with their families. They're dissipating into the wind. And I'm here, still here, just existing in this plane of existence called life somehow. I'm just thriving. And by thriving, I'm not thriving. I'm surviving, okay? I'm a surviving, okay? Because I am a survivor, all right?
Hey, they said that the update was like 17 gigs. Maybe Death Singer's got that fiber optic internet, man. He didn't even notice,
No. It's I randomly turned on Steam and saw someone was downloading, so I didn't check out the size. But
he's on PC, and these are this is a console patch, so yeah, I'm sure it's different.
It was only 1.8 gig I was downloading. So
see, PC Master Race, only 1 gigabyte update. You guys getting them? Your update's not even right, man. Shit.
I know, fucking crazy, dog. But yeah, so I guess we can talk about the Naughty Dog Awards and how people have been fluctuating between upset that Naughty Dog did a clean sweep, basically, and also how people are, very enthusiastic about the fact that Naughty Dog won so many awards. What am I even saying right now? Where's my water? Give me a second, guys. I need to calibrate. Okay, there's a bug in the matrix.
She has a parched throat. She has a parched throat right now. She has yeah, I don't know, man.
Says, do I need a pony to help for Last of Us 2? Yes, I do, King. I'll go ahead and send you that link.
I mean, it's not really a surprise. It'd be like Rockstar, sweeping a bunch of awards. I mean, people like them. They put out, I'm saying, quality games. Not saying every game they come out with, a 10 or anything, but,
If we're being honest, it wasn't a surprise that The Last of Us won it all, because like the writing was on the wall when you saw it. Like, I more enjoyed the Game Awards for the reveals, more so than knowing that The Last of Us is probably going to win everything anyway.
I didn't think The Last of Us was going to win all those awards, to be honest. Mostly because they've been a bit more, balanced when it comes to giving out awards at the Game Awards show. But the fact that it was like a clean sweep, I was like, oh, okay. It really caught me off guard. But I guess that just really goes to show the strength of The Last of Us 2 and the impact it had on these journalists in particular.
See, I was rooting for Ghost of Tsushima, if I'm honest. But
Tony says that the Game of the Year award was rigged, but that means all the awards are rigged.
Okay, but like every award show is rigged, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, they're voted on by journalists and the people in the industry, and that goes for every single industry. It goes for the Oscars, it goes for the Academy Awards. They all, the people who you think are going to win usually are the ones who win. So, except for anything going on with Leo DiCaprio, it took him forever. It took him forever to rightfully win, man. So, yeah, but like I said,
well, thank God he won, or we'd still be,
Yeah. So overall, I liked the show. I did like the show quite a bit. I did think it every year that shit is just way too long. It's the pacing is just, I don't know. It's weird because it's like I like the fact that Jeff Keighley does it. We could talk about how his shoes didn't match his suit, but that can be a conversation for another day. But it's like he kept the game reveals rolling. It's just like game reveal, trailer, award. Like I like the pace of it overall. It's just so long. It's just such a fucking long show, dude. It's just by the 8 o'clock mark, I was falling asleep. I was like, bro, we're not done yet. Like, what's going on?
Not like this.
Like, what's going off your mic?
What up?
Know, man.
Okay. Like, yeah, I can hear you now.
You can now.
Good.
So, yeah, anyway, let's talk a little bit about these reveals. So, wait a second. Let me just go ahead and pull the list up real quick. I had it up. My computer is like, what's up? I'm acting up. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So, shout out to the members of the channel. I asked them yesterday if they have any topics for tomorrow's show, and they hit me. Okay, they hit me with the topic. So Epsilon wants me to do a review of all the trailers shown at the Game Awards. I'm gonna keep it real with you, dog. I'm probably not gonna do every single trailer because some of them were just kind of like meh, you know. But we could talk about It Takes Two. So it's by that guy who did A Way Out. So it's their developer, Hazelight. I think the game looks super cute. I definitely think it's a game you can play with your kid or with your significant other. And I'm probably just not going to play it. I have no interest in it. But it looks really beautiful artistically speaking. Like, I like the art direction for it. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I'm not going to play it, but it was cute. It'd be good for like a couple or something, you know.
Yeah. Anyone?
Date night, man. Come on.
I'm definitely going to give it a shot. I think it looks fun and interesting, and I like The Way Out. I thought it was really fun as well.
Yeah,
and I like him. When he was also on there about he's the guy said fuck the Oscars.
Yeah, it's funny he said that, and then we had all these fucking Hollywood types presenting awards that night. That was pretty funny overall, but it wasn't as cringy as I thought it was going to be honest. So
it was just like on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, it was what in regards to the cringe?
Yeah.
I guess it was like more like a 4.
No, all right, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was fine. What's up, Raja? Dom says I can't stand The Last of Us haters, grown men crying over a digital man.
Exactly.
It happens, man, Don.
You can't control the hype, Raja. I don't think, at least. Okay, so we also had Sephiroth is coming to Smash Bros, which I think is cool. I was in a party with Villain and Taz, and Vil loves Sephiroth, so he was pretty hype about that. He's like, "Oh, I might be going back to Smash Bros."
I was super hyped when they showed Sephiroth.
Yeah,
like when Sephiroth came in and the music started. This you don't even need to see who it is. As soon as that music starts, you know it's Sephiroth.
He's like, "Take my money."
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was definitely very cool.
How many of you guys broke your TVs by throwing your wallet at the TV?
Dude, I was like, up in my chair screaming when they showed the blade going through Mario, and I was like, oh, dude, they killed fucking Mario. And I was like, nah, he's just dangling on the blade. I was like, oh.
I saw that, and then I realized this is Nintendo. So
yeah, exactly. I was like, they ain't gonna do Mario.
No one can die. It's Nintendo.
Yeah, definitely was a cool showing. What's up, Slow-Mo?
Slow-Mo patrols over at the parks. What's up,
what up,
brother?
Yo, what's up, Meta? I see you still out here, chasing the FBI and stuff. What's going on, man?
I gotta make sure I gotta secure everything so that your patrol is safe, man. I can't have you.
What's up, Clifton? What's up,
you.
Aaron? What's up, Brian? Brian says, how you guys feel about the new Mass Effect game? We'll get to it, bro. We'll get to it. All right. So then we have this trailer from the ones who did Gone Home, and they did Tacoma too, right? I don't know. It's called Open Roads. I mean, listen, it looks great, I guess. I don't know. Like, these game reveal trailers were fine, okay? None of them had me like
the same dev as the dev that did Tacoma is the same dev that did Gone Home. I know they're similar style games,
Dude,
but
I have I don't fucking know. I don't know. That's why I said, is it? I don't know. Someone in the chat, let me know. What's up, Javier?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, dude, I just like, what's up, Brent? Like, the game reveal trailers were cool, but nothing to really write home about.
That is true. It is. That is it. Fulbright is the developer.
Oh, okay. So I'm glad I was right at least. What's up? What's up, Sincere? But yeah, it's just like none of these trailers had me like, other than the Callisto Protocol, which is Dead Space spiritual successor, and you guys know how I feel about Dead Space, baby. Okay, that shit is fire.
One dope game.
Yeah, no, it looked.
There's a lot of spiritual successors, and it's like Back for Blood. Is the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. There was a whole lot of that going on.
Yeah, it was very, very cool in that regard. Like you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Dead Space. I hate that EA got rid of Visceral. There we go. Thank you.
Stan.
Got rid of Visceral. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm living my life. Let me tell you something, guys. I woke up today with a massive headache. I took a little walk and felt sick while walking. I took a shit ton of Advil before starting the show, so I'm a little off right now. I'm gonna get on my game. Okay, I'm gonna get on my game. So I'm sorry for that, man. But yeah. So the Callisto Protocol looks pretty good, honestly speaking. I wonder what's going on. It's probably going to be, one of those single player games, single player experiences where you're gotta be mindful. Shout out to Villain called it as soon as he saw that light on the back of the guy's neck. He was like, Dead Space? And I was just like, Villain, what the fuck? There's no other indicators. And he's just like, no, it's Dead Space. I'm like, okay, all right, okay. And then when it turned out like, hey, people who did Dead Space are doing this, I'm like, oh wow, Villain, your vision is just top notch.
You're like, man, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah. So like, that looks really good. And then what else looked really good? That one game. What the hell? This, the Vin Diesel game. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. It's a joke.
No.
It's a joke. I'm joking. I'm just kidding.
What's up, Blade X?
But yeah, so I think okay, so Perfect Dark, the initiative's doing Perfect Dark. I don't know anything about Perfect Dark, so.
I mean, remember when everybody was saying that was just a rumor and shit, though. I mean,
yeah.
It's good to know what they're working on, and it's just the CGI trailers. You can't take nothing from it.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming they're gonna like crank up the graphics. It's probably I hope it's third person, like that's the way it should be, and hopefully it's more stealth game. But it doesn't look like it from that CGI trailer.
It doesn't really look like anything. I can't really tell what the story's about or anything.
I mean, I was excited that they showed it being Perfect Dark, but that's about it because it's all CGI. And I'm like, okay.
I'm glad Aaron Greenberg for once in his life was honest about what to expect about a show coming up. He was just like, guys, don't get too hyped.
It only took him like 6 or 7 years to figure out how to handle that.
Hey, that's progress. Remember what I said? That's progress, man. We getting somewhere.
Yeah, man. Look, I mean, it's a CG trailer. Like the game could look nothing like that. Not that I'm saying it isn't going to look nothing like that. It's just that we don't know. So it's like it's cool that we got confirmation that the game's coming out, even though it's like Fable. It's one of those worst kept secrets for the longest time.
Yeah, because we known about it for the longest time.
But y'all remember earlier this year when they actually had created the social media accounts for that and Fable,
oh yeah, and then they lied about
April or whatever, and then like everybody was like, "Yo, they just created the Twitter accounts. They're definitely making these games." And then Aaron Greenberg goes, "Oh no, those are old. Those are just old accounts." Bruh, we can see the created in
created date, bro. Like it tells you what date the account was
created January of this year in February. Like, what are you talking about? Like right then and there, it was like they should have just said, "Look, they should just made an announcement right then and there."
We'd be like, "Look, we know you knew the Twitter and the internet and shit, but don't he got somebody like an advisor or somebody like a internet advisor or like?"
But he's the marketing dude. It's like, why does your marketing dude need to have his tweets like reviewed before he tweets out?
He might be good at marketing some shit. Don't mean he good at the internet. So I mean,
but like in 2020, if you're doing marketing, you have to be good at the internet. Like you have to. Like
So
you
one would think slow mo, but like obviously, apparently that ain't the case.
Man,
I mean, in the logical world, I ain't. I'm playing devil's advocate like I usually do. I'm just saying that in a perfect world,
you're trying.
Real quick, not Immortal Black acting like. Okay, this is the craziest comment I've seen in quite some time. I'm gonna talk about it in a second. Yes, the game's first person. Thank you to the 6 people who let us know in quick succession. You all said it at the same time. I didn't catch one of it. I had to catch all of them. But thank you. I appreciate it. So Immortal Black says, I realize sometimes important. I realize something important. Gamers have a disposition on which game is important to them. Shameful, so many unnoticed games are not being played or talked about. It's kind of crazy that you would even this comment is weird because it's like we are all different people with different taste. So I'm interested and a huge fan of Souls games, right? But Slow-Mo's not interested in Souls games. So Slow-Mo would not go out of his way to talk about a Souls game because he's not interested in it, right? And that's perfectly fine. We all have different interests. Now, it sucks that games that you consider important or special or whatever are not being talked about by us, but I don't care about these games. Sorry, but I'm not sorry.
If you really feel so strongly about it, why don't you make your own podcast to talk about the games that you feel that are not important, that other people feel aren't important, and then you can speak about that to whoever wants to hear it.
I know Sincere got her shooter glasses on, but damn, y'all shooting up the chat and shit.
I wasn't even trying to be harsh with it. I was going to ask it real.
But I mean, listen, I'm just saying, we all have different opinions and taste in things. I personally, there's a lot of games on this list I personally don't care about. They don't appeal to me, but that's okay. They appeal to someone. That person's just not me. Take Open Roads, for instance. I have no interest in that, but people love Gone Home and people love Tacoma. So clearly there's a market there for those people, and I do not condemn them for it. I just personally don't care. I don't care about The Last of Us too, but there's a market for the people who do. There's a lot of people who love that game. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of meh for me. So
I have a question for
I also don't care about this Super Smash Bros. Shit, but that shit is very, very popular. And then also Animal Crossing. I surely don't care about Animal Crossing, yet the game sold 20+ million. There is a market for all of us everywhere. Just because I personally don't want to talk about every single game on the list doesn't mean the games are less important. They're just less important to me, which is a subjective opinion. All right, go ahead, man.
Well, I was just going to say, I was going to kind of follow up on your point. You kind of touched on part of it where a game got to be relevant enough for people to be asking us to talk about it. So if it ain't a game that is catching people's enough attention that no one's hey, what about this game? Well, then shit, is that our fault that nobody is not getting clout like that? So shit, come and say something in the chat. Come advocate for your game, bro.
What games would you like us to discuss? Immortal, what is your name? Immortal Black. Let me know. I'm definitely not going to talk about 2K or anything.
Come spread the gospel for your game, bro. That's what we saying, bro.
And then what's up, Buck? All right, shout out to Lil F Boy coming to make fun of Deaf Singer, saying, "Hello, my fellow Americans." Okay. Also, pip pip, cheerio to Singer. How's life in dark, gloomy, bad dental hygiene land?
Wow. Damn, I mean, what's going up with all the savagery today? Can we have a peaceful day?
It's okay because he lives in a land where everyone weighs 500 pounds. So it's
fine. Wait. I've seen enough. Hold on. I've seen enough documentaries to know that there's an overweight issue over in Europe too. So there's an issue over there too. What's up?
Fat people everywhere. So damn.
Yeah, no, I've seen the documentaries.
Why do we gotta be? But what's wrong with being
big bone,
man? What's wrong with that? Big bone?
No.
Health reasons.
Why are we shaming people?
Okay. There is a problem with it over here, but when I see someone walking the dog, they're sat in their car walking the dog. They're not even walking the dog. That's another level of that.
Why are we shaming people who might have mobility problems, Dust Singer?
That is really being on everyone's side right now. What's up, Heart 8? How's it going?
I'm just saying that we can't do that. We can't
do that.
Yeah, you guys are wilding right now. Okay, so anyway, Okay. Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep us from going down the rabbit hole. I mean, what you want me to do?
You about to go back. You about to go down that motherfucker. It's going down.
Well, I'm just
Y'all
Okay,
just tiptoeing around the hole. Y'all want to really want to go.
shout out to Lil F Boy saying Sin head look aerodynamic as fuck. Man got all the hoes.
No, I got
Alright.
no more hoes. I'm good.
Roger says, "What do you think of Back for Blood, Luca? It looks like a fun game to play with friends, dog." So
Oh shit!
anyway,
Damn, not like this.
what is going on with you guys today? Like, it's listen.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure out how we went from
Still
teeth.
Saturday.
We went from teeth to weight,
Teeth? Oh, right.
Baldy.
dental hygiene. I mean, we done went international with slandering people. I don't know what's going on. Is anybody safe?
Nope.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that if you are, I guess, PSA, if you're overweight or obese, you should try to get healthy because it's not good for you, despite whatever these weirdos on the internet try to tell you otherwise, saying that you shouldn't listen to your doctors about shit. So get it, it'll
You
be
should
all
listen
right.
to your body. If your body's
To your doctor, because your body will be giving you signs that it's not okay, dude. Like, come on.
well, I
we're
ain't
not
talking about
doing
like
it.
when you hungry. I'm talking about like when you can't breathe, when you walk up some stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, listen, mods in the chat, Jeffrey and Yusuf want to get banned, so just ban them, I guess. I don't really know what's going on with
I don't
that.
know why I saw that also.
I don't know what's going on with that. So you can go ahead and ban them, I guess.
Protest them. Put up a fist if you want to get banned. Power to the people.
Fuck.
What the
All right.
fuck,
So
man?
anyway. All right. So let's see. All right, Slomo, you want to talk about Dragon Age and Mass Effect?
Sure.
I guess he
Slow-Mo
stepped away.
Slow-Mo's still trying to recover. He don't know what the hell is going on, man.
I guess he came in with the savagery, and then when we were all responding with a whoa, he was like, I guess I'll take a step back then. Fuck y'all. All right, what's up all day? Anyway, so I guess we'll skip over that until he comes back. Now then we have Arc 2. Vin Diesel really just be showing up in mini
Nobody
man.
cares about that damn game. Nobody wants that game.
You get in the bag.
Arc 2 Vin Diesel edition. I mean, I saw it and I was like, Horizon Zero Vin Diesel. And then I was like, wait, no, it's Arc 2. And then I was like, hang on a minute, we've been down this rabbit hole before. Remember Arc 1? Yeah, wait and see. Don't get hyped.
I'm with Death Singer, man.
I was with you also when I first saw because I thought it was like Horizon Zero Dawn with Vin Diesel. I was like, oh shit, it's Horizon Zero Dawn. We're about to see it. I was like, oh wait, no, it's Arc.
I think we see who the game was. I think we see who the game was for when you see the difference in reaction between different members of the panel.
He's never had any good games, has he? There, Death Singer. So this will be 0-3 for Vin Diesel.
What's up, Erica? What's up, Rodimus? What's up, Noobs Play Games?
No, Vin Diesel had a good game. Chronicles of Riddick. On the Xbox.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Chronicles of
How
Riddick.
long ago was that?
It was a long
360.
game.
I mean, can anybody do anything right? I'm just trying to figure. This is such a savage. Hey, who is we gonna give a pass today? I'm just trying to figure out. Can we be positive?
Positive.
No. So, can we talk about the positive aspects of the man game? Why did you? Why
What
didn't
did you like about this? Did you even watch the Game Awards, Meta?
I watched part of them?
Okay, that's what I thought. Anyway,
I got bored. Part of the way through. So.
Interesting. Shout out to Rafe, the Emperor, becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate you, brother. It's one of my new bloods, so I appreciate that.
No,
okay. Yeah, Noobs Play Games. I don't know what's going on. It's not my regular panel, so perhaps there's a little wilding going on. There's a little, there's a little craziness right now, man. I don't know. What's up, Segan? What's up, Solidus? Yeah. I mean, does anyone have anything positive to say about the game?
No, I was just talking shit.
I'll just say take a wait and see what it turns out to be.
Okay, cool. So we can talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator coming to Xbox.
Hey, that's actually a great game. Fly around the place, Go to LA, you know. Go, you know.
Is it really a great game?
Hey, you can fly around, take pretty pictures, you know.
I mean, it's an okay game.
I mean, it would be dope if you played it in like a simulator.
Exactly. I mean, I'll agree with you, Dad. I mean, it's a pretty looking game, but flying around and all that.
That shit was dope. That shit was like dope in '84 when it first came out on a PC and shit.
Right, I played it and I fell asleep.
See, the highlight of flight sim games is the multiplayer because you can have so much fun in lobbies with other players, you know.
Other players who are bored flying around in their plane not doing shit.
That's all I'm about to say. What's the point in it? How do you win? How do you get to
Don't win, you just fly.
You just fly.
Don't crash.
Don't crash.
You fly, but then you have players could become the air traffic controller, right? And you have to guide the plane in, but you could really mess up the pilot by just coming up with some random thing and they crash their plane and ruin their flight because everything is stored.
I got a question. So wait, they somehow figured out how to make a boring game even more boring, meaning you don't even
say that we should be positive. What's that? Not even 5 minutes ago. Why are you being so negative, Meta? What's going on?
I mean, I thought we was trying to bet. Wait, what are we doing here? You said
what are you
doing? Positive, negative. What do you want me to do? I'm trying to figure out what we're
doing. We're talking about us being too negative, and now you want to switch it up immediately. What's going on, man?
I mean, I'm trying to blend. I'm trying to accommodate. I'm trying to.
Listen, I don't know. Did you eat breakfast today?
Yeah, I ate breakfast and lunch. It was very nutritious.
Anyway, shout out to Sir X-Man saying.
How are you gonna take that game and make it more boring by you don't even get to fly the plane? Meaning you just in in the office, looking at other you staring at a computer screen to stare at another computer screen.
Okay, well, people seem to like it. I don't get it, but whatever. Shout out to Sir X-Man. With Super Chat saying Chronicles of Riddick was on the OG Xbox. And then shout out to Villain becoming a member of the channel. Appreciate you, brother. You know, Villain is one of my best friends. So, you know, I appreciate you showing up and showing out that way. Who is DMing me?
Oh, shit.
All day is. All right. Shout out to Lil F Boy saying, Singer, you call sneakers trainer, put beans on toast. I'm on your head. Y'all still got monarchs. Y'all still got monarchs. Vending me more than a Vietnamese street walk. So maybe bring some democracy over there.
I don't know, man. We looking kind of spooky over here. I don't think we taking democracy nowhere.
Yeah, right.
America should be the last one talking about that right now. Also. We created the English language, so we could make up whatever word we want to, and it's legal.
Look at Samir. He's got something like, oh shit.
Singer said, "How dare you speak against the Queen?"
I don't know what is going on. But anyway,
and we haven't obeyed the monarchy since like the 1950s or whatever. So what are you doing?
All right. Anyway, so what else did they show?
Oh, man,
they showed that one game. I can't remember what it's called though, so I guess we won't talk about it.
Which game?
The one with the swords and the slashing.
Crimson Desert.
I mean, that narrowed it down.
That looked cool though. That looked nice.
Yeah, that looks really cool. That was the coolest looking thing from 2 nights ago.
It was like 2 frames a second, but it was
what I'm saying.
It was a little spooky in that aspect. That's true.
I mean, if they could sort the frame rate out, like the effects, the actual effects in the game are really, really nice. So if they could sort that frame rate out, they might be on to a winner.
Right.
All right, bet. So Epsilon, I hope that was, up to your standards. It probably wasn't, but you know what? It is what it is, man. So I can give an overall review of the trailers. I thought most of them were boring. So whenever Slow-Mo comes back, we'll talk about Mass Effect and Dragon Age, because I do want his opinion on that. All right,
Okay. Go on.
Shout out to Sir X-Man saying, Flight Simulator, you have to manage everything in the plane. It's not just to pick up the controller and take off every single button and switch. Yeah, okay. That's cool. And then Blue Rhizome says, I can't defend you against these Yanks because of Brexit, Singer. Okay, so anyway.
Damn it.
Let's talk about okay, this is from Damien. Damien wants to talk about
not like this. Did you see what Blade said, man?
That's messed up, dude. But so Damien wants to know what we think about The Last of Us 2 reeling in all those awards. It made the show boring, in my opinion. I'm not saying that The Last of Us 2 didn't deserve the awards, but it's just kind of like clean sweep. Like, what was the point of even having the show if
They
they were
should
just
just called it The
the
Last of Us
majority-
show.
Yeah, if they were just going to give the majority of the awards to The Last of Us 2, even for stuff where I was just kind of like the art direction thing. I'm like, maybe that should have gone to something else, you know? When I think of art, I know video games in general
They
are
didn't win the art. They didn't win the art.
Wait, which one was it? It had something to do with art.
Was it game direction? Just period.
Game direction, they won, but the art went to Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Right.
Then. That's good. Let me go look up what awards they won. So yeah,
They won 7 total awards.
7 total awards. Let's see here. The Game Awards winners 2020. So let's go ahead and look over the list. 7. How many awards are there in total?
If you include all the esports ones and all that, I guess there's like what 15.
Yeah, like 15 to. I feel like 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Wow. Look at this. This is so nice. How boring. Anyway, shout out to those esports people winning. I care not a thing about any of them, but we can talk about who won everything. Oh yeah, so multiplayer game went to Among Us. Sports and racing went to Tony Hawk. Sim and strategy went to Flight Simulator. Family game went to Animal Crossing. Fighting game went to Mortal Kombat. RPG went to Final Fantasy. Action adventure went to The Last of Us 2. Action game went to Hades. Innovation and accessibility went to The Last of Us 2. VR went to Half-Life Alyx. Community support went to Fall Guys. Mobile game went to Among Us. Debut indie game went to Phasmophobia. Indie game went to Hades. Ongoing game went to No Man's Sky. Hey, the guy who did No Man's Sky definitely didn't expect it. He was like drinking in the middle of it.
If he had spit it out, it'd have been a classic.
Yeah, he was drinking in the middle of it. Immortal Black, I'm about to ban you from my chat just for being annoying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. It's a joke. We're never prepared for the show. You have to know this by now. You must be new. Games for Impact, Tell Me Why, which, I mean, who's shocked? Absolutely no one. Performance went to Laura Bailey, which I did think that was deserved, to be honest. She did a great job. Audio design went to The Last of Us 2. Score and music went to Final Fantasy. Art direction went to Ghost of Tsushima. Narrative went to The Last of Us 2. Most anticipated game went to Elden Ring. Game direction went to The Last of Us 2. Game of the year went to The Last of Us 2. And then, let's see here. Brother Darkness Gaming wants to talk about this Kotaku article saying that games that have crunches shouldn't win game direction awards. So they don't think The Last of Us 2 should have won because they crunched. But yeah, let's talk. What do you guys think about the clean sweep?
I thought it was deserving. They deserved every bit of the awards. Every single one of them.
Some of the awards I disagreed with, but it was predictable that The Last of Us 2 was going to sweep.
I mean, I knew it was probably going to win after playing it. I mean, the story is fantastic from, beginning to end.
See, my thing with that game was it was a good game. I didn't feel the same way, Mike. The story was like good in parts. But the sum of it was, it was decent. It wasn't like it didn't sit with me long afterwards. It was good. But I do think that when it's compared to the games that is stacked up next to, that or what another game, Ghost of Tsushima or even Animal Crossing because of the popularity. I don't know shit about Animal Crossing, but what I understand is a good game. So, it's only a handful of games I even saw winning in that category anyway. I know Hades wasn't going to win or what else was there at Game of the Year? I can't remember. But, it's predictable. It wasn't nothing. But maybe this year was predictable. I don't know. Well, no, take that back.
The nominees for Game of the Year were Last of Us 2. Oh, my bad. The nominees for Game of the Year were Last of Us 2, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I mean, so I kind of figured that. Yeah. This was a predictable choice. So
Oh, okay. Little F boy says, "Singer, how y'all lose to a bunch of farmers?" Okay, please don't answer that, Singer. Please.
I'm not. I've been doing this for like ever since on 360. I've been going at it with Americans. I've been doing this for years. I'm not
Ever
doing
since
it again.
1776, man. Who let it go, man? Shit.
Just curious, how old are you? Say you've been doing this for years. You've been like 60s or some shit.
Nah, I've been battling Americans for years. It's
I like y'all style over there.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I thought the Game Awards were fine. They were good. I think I gave it an 8, but kind of boring. Yeah.
You weren't bored at all. I was
bored
dead by the end of it.
No, by the end of it, like I said, I was falling asleep around 8, and I got bored. What's up, Royal? Shout out to brother Royal. I got bored. Oh, and effing alum. What's up, JJ? Yeah, no, I got bored by the end, but it's like I have to weigh it against all the other shows that they do.
Okay.
Not just them, but like in the industry, right?
It's like this year, all the shows that was up there.
You know, and I think it's definitely better than most of the shows that were shown this year, for sure. I think, what else do I think? I think that I really liked last year's show. I thought it was great, even though it was super fucking long. And it went to like 10 o'clock or 10, 11 o'clock or something last year. So I'm glad they had the show a little bit earlier to account for the fact that it was still going to be 3 hours, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't have any issues with the music choices. The music choices were actually very good. I didn't care about the music performance, though, for The Last of Us 2. I didn't care about that particular performance, but I really liked the Mario one. I thought that was super cool.
The Persona was good, too.
Yeah, and like that orchestra that did it for the orchestra was great. There was a girl in the back who was like playing the drums, and she was all happy and excited to be there, and like that was cute. I was like, I like that. But overall, the show was fine. Like, I think Jeff Keighley definitely, I like his formula. You know, he has most of the boring stuff in the pre-show, like the esports stuff that's like important, but like, and has to be talked about for the sponsorship and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's why he had all these celebrities come through to legitimize everything, right? Like, even though Stephen A. Smith was like, you guys may think I'm here just to say that, you know, to really legitimize esports, and that's the only reason I'm here. But I'm like, listen, dog, you say less. That's all you had to say. That's why we know you're here, man. So,
I mean, I valued the esports awards a bit more because I follow esports. Bear in mind, esports is massive. Like League of Legends World Championship, they had 120 million viewers. 120 million people. Yeah.
I know it's important, which is why he had it in there. I just personally don't care about it myself. So, you know, I understand why he made the choices he made in regards and getting all of those celebrities to come through and read off the award nominations. That's huge. That goes a long way in legitimizing games and gaming when it comes to this entire entertainment space.
Some people hated that shit though. They feel like, I guess they letting outsiders in or some bullshit like that. Yeah, but I thought it was great for, you know, whatever Jeff's trying to do. I ain't gonna say whatever. We know what he's trying to do. But like you said, is legitimize the right word for it, or expand?
I say legitimize.
I would say expand. I would say legitimize makes it sound like the gamers are trying to be accepted by like mainstream, which kind of puts a negative connotation on it.
Okay, wait. What's wrong with the negative connotation? People still think gaming is for losers.
Oh, Lord.
No, people still think gaming is for losers. Like, I'm sorry that you guys are still in denial about that fact, but people still think it's for losers. That's what the mainstream media thinks about gaming. So him having those Hollywood types come through in order to present the awards was to legitimize it. That is the only reason why he had them there. Even, like I said, Stephen A. Smith he said it. So you guys may not like my choice of words, but I'm not going to pretend like gaming is some cool, popular hobby that everyone thinks is awesome, because that's not the case.
Oh, Lord.
Am I wrong?
No. That's why I asked the question, because I'm like, is it, you know, expansive? Is he trying to expand gaming, or is he really trying to legitimize it? Because when you put Stephen A. Smith and I'm sick of Vin Diesel ass, but when you get these people and you try to inject them into gaming or the gaming community and culture, you're actually trying to legitimize what gaming is, because that's what you do with anything that's, pseudo popular, that you're trying to, look like a legitimate thing. So yeah, you bring these people to make it look legit.
I'm not saying like we need them or anything like that. I'm just saying that's the thinking that Jeff had. That's the thinking. So whatever.
Yeah, because I saw like a lot of people when they announced Brie Larson was going to be there. Like Twitter's like, "Oh God, why are they putting her there?" I'm like, dude, she's a gamer. She's even said she's a gamer before. I mean, I don't see why people have to shun certain people or even just anybody. Like, oh, why is this celebrity here? Some of these people game for just like much as we do.
I mean, like I said, this doesn't even need to be a talking point. Stephen A. Smith literally said what they were doing. So
right,
yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, I had this one girl I was friends with who made fun of the fact that I liked games, and I was like, "Don't you play Candy Crush, bitch? That's a video." Like, don't you? That's a video. What are you saying to me right now? So,
but was she making fun of the fact that you play video games or that you was in the video games? That's two different things.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? I mean, are they two different things though? Really?
They absolutely are. Because like I got a nephew that plays video games, but he's not in the video games. In fact, he plays video games more than me. But he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Like we talked about this show. He's gonna say, "What show? What are you talking about?" Who's Phil Spencer? I don't know who Phil Spencer. He doesn't care who Phil Spencer is. So you have to be into video games to know about this kind of stuff. So it's a difference.
Yeah, I just no tea, no shade to her. I don't think she's smart enough to know that there's a distinction to even ask that question. So we're not friends anymore. So whatever.
Oh damn!
Not because of that, right?
No, of course not.
She was a dickhead in general.
No, she was a dickhead in general. Yeah, she was a bad.
Well, thank God she gone evil witch.
Yeah. So anyway, whatever. What else? Yeah, whatever. The Game Awards were fine. I don't care that Naughty Dog won all the awards. It doesn't bother me. I have no feelings about it. The show ended up being boring at the end, but I'll still give it an 8 because he did exactly what we wanted, right? He just showed games, game after game after game. He kept the talking down to a minimum. Now, the random guy wanted more speeches from people who won.
I didn't.
No.
Who gave speeches? I think Neil gave a speech, right, for winning the game direction. And then
Among Us.
Oh, that was funny when she looked like she was fucking crying. I was like,
she was crying. I was like, oh,
yeah. And then who else won? Let's see here. And then Laura Bailey did one, and she looked like she was fucking. I loved how she was choosing her words perfectly. She's like, yeah, a divisive game. Definitely be careful with that.
Well, Rima Mac, she was like, she's accepting an Oscar with that speech.
Yeah, I mean, good for her. Let's see here. Let's see here. Her boyfriend was feeling Miss Luca. She didn't have.
She breaking up. You breaking up happy homes again?
Again?
I mean, you trying to get Phil Spencer?
I told you that even though I comment on Phil Spencer's look, I am not a home wrecker. Okay, so anyway, what else? Okay, so this person, Ian Walker, of Kotaku, made an article saying games made under crunch conditions do not deserve Best Direction awards. I don't think I care.
No, that's too much of a depressing subject.
And shout out to Glinster with the super chat. If The Last of Us 2 came out last year, does it beat Sekiro? Well, considering how none of us thought Sekiro was going to win last year, I don't know. What do you guys think?
It would crush Sekiro. Yeah, 2019 was just like Anthem came out that year. It was just a slow year. Division 2. What was the highlights from 2019, y'all? Like game wise.
I think it'd be a good challenge. I think Sekiro probably, came out on top on Last of Us too. I think they would have.
No.
I mean, I played Sekiro. I haven't beat it because the game's fucking hard. I'm gonna just be honest. So I gave up on it, but the gameplay was phenomenal. I think.
I would just
from what I played on it.
Sekiro probably would have beat it because Sekiro was nowhere near as divisive or any controversy of The Last of Us 2.
Can I tell them why The Last of Us would have stomped out Sekiro. Can I explain that real fast? Remember we were just talking about legitimizing the Game Awards by having celebrities there?
Uh-huh.
The Last of Us winning a bunch of awards was also used to legitimize video games, right? Because it has mature or I don't want to say adult. I want to say come on, help me out. Some nouns to describe this. It's
adult. It's fine.
Right. So it's a game that's based in relationships with people. It's used to legitimize gaming, whether us as gamers want to believe it or not, because we don't need nothing to legitimize it for us because we like the shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? But to the people on the outside looking in, they use that game to elevate gaming. That Red Dead, basically a lot of the shit that was divisive, right? They use that to legitimize game. That's why they can't use Doom Eternal. It's just a guy with a helmet on busting at people. It's a first-person shooter. They can't even use Call of Duty for that matter. But when you use these games that's looked at as art, that takes gaming and put it on a level with a movie or something like that, or a book or shit like that. Even The Witcher 3 also. Games like that. So they had to elevate that game in their mind, not us, but them, because they're having a Game Awards that's commercial. It's not really drawn towards us, believe it or not. They can act like it's for the gamers, but that's bullshit. Because we don't care what Brie Larson thinks of a video game.
Right.
Yeah, I don't care about what she thinks about that. Shout out to Melodic Punk saying back for blood hype. Left 4 Dead is back. Yes.
Yes, I'm excited for that game.
The way I feel about it is that So according to the Game Awards website, the Best Direction Award is given for outstanding creative vision and innovation and game direction and design, right?
Yes.
So for me, when I hear that, I don't think about how they're handling the game behind the scenes, like how he's managing the game behind the scenes, how he's directing everything behind the scenes. I think about how things went in the game overall, like the game space, how the game went narratively speaking, how the game went in regards to its structure and storytelling. And yeah, I don't see, it doesn't make, I don't understand why this is an issue, because that's like you saying, in one hand, this is saying, yeah, this is why Crunch is good because he won these awards, but it's like people were quote unquote forced to do this crunch. So would it have been better if the game had failed and didn't get any awards? Like, I'm trying to understand, because in either way, you're wasting the hard work of these developers, and you're saying like this wasn't enough. You doing all of this, you making these sacrifices was not enough in order to get this award. So it doesn't matter. So I don't understand how this is an issue in that regard from the way I'm thinking. Now maybe someone else has a different take, but what's up, Rob? What's up, Bray? Space host.
I'm pretty much on board with you on that one.
Yeah, I'm on board on that. That has the actual game direction that has those two are two completely different things. You can't associate them.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't. What's up, Chris Hart? Yeah. So I don't have any issues with it, Brother Darkness Gaming. I don't really see the point, and even, Crunch is bad, but this I don't think this
exists nowadays in like every industry.
So. All right, let's see here. I don't care about any of this stuff. The Game Awards was fine. It was fine. What's up, Jemiah? I have no feelings about it overall. It's all right. So now, Scrotum wants to know, what do you think about Disney Plus announcing 1 million new Marvel and Star Wars series? Do you think it's too much and it'll be overwhelming, or the more the merrier?
That's dope, actually, because they got a streaming service. They need content, so
yeah,
they making content.
I'm super excited, for like Rogue Squadron, the Obi-Wan spinoff. Christian Hater Center is coming back as Darth Vader. Yeah, as long as they space it out and for the on the service, I don't think we'll be overwhelmed.
But can you be overwhelmed now? Like people binge watch stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think they
overwhelmed.
Well, with with Disney Plus, you can't binge watch. They do the
weekly thing, right?
Yeah, they do the weekly thing. I say, especially Mandalorian. If you haven't watched The Mandalorian, I highly recommend it.
Oh, it's
all
great.
y'all.
I
love
I'm
The
not a Star Wars
Mandalorian.
guy, but I like it's like a western almost.
Yeah,
Well,
I love it.
It also, it's like I don't see. Okay, maybe he felt overwhelmed, but for me personally, it's just kind of like, well, this gives a great variety of shows for people to watch. So they don't have to keep up with everything. They can pick and choose. And I think that was the point there. Like, this may not be for you, but maybe this is for you, right? Like, me personally, I don't care about Star Wars, so I have no interest in The Mandalorian, right? But maybe I'd be interested in the Falcon and whatever. Yeah.
Are you
Fucking Falcon?
Yeah, or whatever. Maybe I'd be interested in that. Probably
maybe
not. But
maybe that one.
Maybe, perhaps.
What about
or
Vision? What about the Vision? What
WandaVision
about the
might
Scarlet
be-
Witch and WandaVision?
Yeah,
or whatever?
WandaVision. That looks good.
I might be interested. Like, I just I don't have Disney Plus. It's probably that and Hulu are the two streaming services I do not have because there's nothing on there I'm interested in. So, but other than The Mandalorian, can someone name other Disney Plus shows that make the service worth it?
Not a single one right now.
So
saying,
there's plenty of
exactly
shows
why-
coming that might be worth it, but
I would say
They actually got a lot of shows like in the works as far as like on the comic side. I mean, they got that What If show, they got the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. I mean, they got like
Loki.
Loki show. They got the WandaVision show. They got a lot of shit coming for just for like the comic side. Now, I like it that they're expanding on like the other side of Disney and just outside of the comic stuff. So
supposedly Hocus Pocus 2 is coming. If you're
Hocus Pocus 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
See
okay.
that? And she perked up there. She's like, "Ooh,
Yeah, right. When that come out?
She-Hulk
They didn't
is
say
coming?
when, but they
yeah, She-Hulk coming.
Yep. Moon Knight, I think, is coming. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, so and they coming out with that new. They just released a movie. I mean, the news for they're coming out with the new Fantastic Four movie too. So
Yep.
Oh, another Fantastic Four movie, huh?
yeah, man, come on.
And this time they're gonna be like in.
Yeah, but this one is going to be.
Marvel.
I think they're going to actually do right because Marvel's going to be doing it. So
Yeah, and they're supposed to be in the Marvel universe.
Well, at least better than the last few of them. That last one was just.
It was Dookie.
That's probably one of your
It
favorite.
was Dookie.
That's one of your favorite movies, Luca. That
I
last.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
I know you like bad movies.
I haven't seen it.
oh Lord.
All right. But yeah, so cool. Thank you for the topics.
She's so uninspired.
If you guys want to submit topics for the show, just please go ahead and join the show as a channel member. And we can talk about Cyberpunk 2077 having a shit ton of bugs, releasing as a broken, buggy mess. Shout out to the fucking cuck PC guys
Oh
with
my
their 3080s and all that extra shit.
don't
Hold
be like-
on, Singer. Hold on. And all that extra shit, completely denying the fact that people who don't have as strong cards as them, even PC guys, are also having issues with the fucking game. You suck. Fuck you. Go ahead and tell
Damn.
your experience, Singer.
Well, so my experience on my recurrent rig, I've had, let's see, I've had no crashes. I've had 3 minor bugs. There was one bug where one of the there's one of these little side things on the map that is called like an assault in progress, and one of those things bugged out for me. But then just a quick save, just reload the save, and then it pops back up. And just 1 or 2 minor like glitches, like an NPC like just randomly doing something, but nothing like quest breaking or game breaking. And my experience has been fine. 1440p, lock 60, gorgeous.
So what you got, like a 4090 then? You haven't had a crash or nothing? No
It's
glitch?
got a 49.
You got a 4090 then, right?
No,
Okay, you in the future. That's cool.
no.
Oh shit.
I haven't had any crashes or major game breaking bugs in my experience. Now that doesn't go for anyone else.
Well, not game breaking, but I'm pretty sure you caught a few T poses and people just sliding across the screen without walking. I knew that.
None I've noticed. No,
Oh,
I'm bouncing around from PC, and I got a 2080. I don't have a 4090, but I got a 2080, and I went to the PS5, and I'm talking about the bugs followed me. It followed me from to the console.
Bugs
The
follow me.
crashes just they followed me, man.
They're like,
But
okay,
then if
It
when
was
I
Joe
told-
apartment. It
He's
was
like
Joe's
they
apartment.
stalking me, son.
But then again, if everyone's mileage will vary on the game, because in the other Discord I'm in, all of them are playing on PC, and some of them have had only one crash. Most of them have had no crashes. All of them haven't had any game-breaking bugs. So
not game breaking, because I haven't had a game breaking bug myself, but I've had many T poses. I don't know if they thought it was Jesus. I don't know what was going on. And I had people sliding across the screen without moving their feet.
Yes.
I haven't seen any of that. Either I didn't notice it whilst I was going about doing my business.
Shout out to you with that 4090.
I was gonna say, I gotta know there, what it's
somebody to fly right here, man.
Oh man.
Yes.
Shout out
Oh
to
my God, this shit is-
Shout out to the Slycrow. Feel bad for console people, but give Stadia a try. So I'm sorry, go ahead, Singer.
That's hard.
But no, it's my experience so far. It's been fine. Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted, and I mean, the latest update, the stability is great now. I can crank up the settings a bit more. I mean, it's I've had a fine time with it. If you've had if you had any bugs, major bugs,
dude,
I don't know what to tell you.
Hard, buddy. I'm all for it.
I ain't capping hard. I'm telling you my experience. You can take it or leave it.
Shout out to Janaya.
Man, we ain't trying to restart the war of 1776 over here, man.
Tea party, bro. We got to get that out here.
I mean, I got a 2060 in my PC, man. I like I said, I gotta know what you got in there. The 4090, the 5000 series. What are you running?
I got a 1080 Ti.
What? Yeah, you haven't seen any issues?
Oh shit!
Wow,
oh no, man!
Bro, you about to get a job at Digital Foundry, man.
Let me get the super chat.
I can't deal with y'all, man.
It's 1460 with my 2080 Ti. Some minor bugs like textures, but textures not loading. But other than that, the game is absolute fire.
So he's capping as well. And most of the other people in the Discord I can invite you into.
They said capping punk.
It seems like the game people's experience on the game really varies drastically from person to person. It's very interesting. And maybe it has a lot to do with the fact that everyone has a differently built kind of PC, I believe Singer. I have no reason to believe why he would lie about this. So I don't think he's capping.
I'm just messing with you. My experience hasn't been as bad as I've seen people say either. So, I had like one crash, and that was on PS5, and I had like glitches and stuff on PC. So
yeah, shout out to Enrique with Super Chat saying, I have a 2070. My experience is similar to Def Singer. Did have to adjust some settings to get the game at 60 FPS with ray tracing, but still got some FPS dips.
Excuse me.
Okay,
yeah, ray tracing is incredibly taxing on that game.
Oh yeah.
Like I've seen people crank it up and then they throw on the ray tracing and those frames bottom out. So I mean, it looks beautiful, but if you love your frame rate, turn off the ray tracing. Because the game's still beautiful without the ray tracing.
Or just use the reflections. People be putting all the shadow shit. They don't even look at the shadows. Like you're not even looking at nobody's shadow, bro. So, but the reflections though, with the ray tracing on it, then you're doing a little tinkering and digital foundries and stuff like that, you can get some decent performance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So shout out to the racist bastard on Twitter who wanted to argue with me about how PC isn't having any issues somehow. Fuck you. An extra fuck you to you.
I got footage though. Like I taped all my gameplay and I got mad crazy bugs on PC. Like
yeah, I mean, like I know there's bugs on PC. The dude was just fucking lied to me. Like I'm just like get away from me like right now. I decided to just ignore him after that. So you don't get a name call, but he's a racist Xbot, so you can just take your pick. Anyway,
you got Geralt Dick in his mouth.
Wait, what?
We got Geralt Dick in his mouth.
Does he?
Maybe. You want to get everything CD Projekt Red. He got Geralt Dick in his mouth.
That makes sense. Yeah. Let's see here. Super Metal Dave said I haven't had any crashes. I have a what is that? 3900 X and the 1080 Ti runs fine with adjusted settings at 1440p for me. Clifton says I got a 3090 and I've seen some bugs. Slycrow says DLSS with RTX is fine if you have the 2070 Super or higher. So yeah, you know,
Me personally, I've been playing on the PS4 Pro
Mhm.
mid-gen, and I've ran into some bugs like Gold Chain said, and I've had one crash. So,
okay.
but the story's interesting. It's keeping my
How's the game
attention.
look?
The game for resolution it holds at 1180p, and it'll drop down to
Oh,
921p.
did I ask you for the exact
Damn.
resolution? Digital Foundry Junior?
I did, but I mean, technically, it don't look bad on a PlayStation 4 Pro.
Oh, okay.
I played
But-
on PS5. It wasn't. It's like Vaseline been smeared all over my
See,
screen. It's
did
blurred.
you-
It's not sharp.
Like if you go from PC to the console version, you get incredibly disappointed.
For sure.
Now,
Yeah, I can understand.
Gold Chain, did you like mess with the settings on the PlayStation 5? I did. I did
Turned
on.
off film grain and chromatic aberration, and
It did like wonders when I turned.
it
all
looked
that
a lot
shit off.
better. But it's still, especially coming from playing on PC, it's still Vaseline smeared on the screen. Yeah.
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 Luca,
hmm?
you said you was getting rid of your console. What happened?
Wait, what?
What you mean? What? You know what you
What
said.
did I say? What did I say?
You said I'm getting this console out of here. You said
No, I was kidding. That was a joke. I was just
you bounced clean after that. You
You like you can't take me serious all the time. You know I be talking
I
shit.
showed up to Sincere Stream and I was like, I'm getting rid of my Xbox, and I left.
and then bounced. I was like, oh, we ain't get an answer. Like, what happened? He's like, oh, she's gone.
Oh no, I was just fucking around. Okay, so
How was your experience though with Cyberpunk?
okay, so I'm playing on the Series X,
Mhm.
and when I put out a video a couple days ago talking about the game running buggy on the base systems, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm an hour and a half in, I haven't had any experiences. No lie, as soon as I said that shit, I got on it after the video went up. I was like, oh, okay, this is great, because the game it like freezes during combat and during driving.
Mhm.
Like randomly, it just freezes. I'm like, what is happening, right? So that's been my biggest concern, is the game randomly freezing during intervals and me being concerned about the game crashing because of it. I was hanging out with Jackie and he was eating some like Asian food, right?
Mhm.
And the noodles, the textures from the noodles look like they were from the PS3 era. I was looking at it like, wow, man.
Mhm.
But,
I remember that scene.
yeah, his chopstick was like hanging in the air, so he's just eating with one
Wow.
chopstick. And then what else? Oh, so my V has a dick. Okay, so my V has a dick, right? And she's a girl. And so there was one instance where like my dick was clipping through my pants along with my breasts, and I was just like,
Mhm.
okay. And then what else happened? Then Jackie was sitting in a chair, and he wasn't sitting in the chair; he was sitting midair, right? Like it looked
Yeah,
like he
I
was
saw that one too. Yeah.
sitting in the chair, but he's sitting midair. What else? I remember I was talking to Takamura, and somebody like in the background just randomly teleported into the cafe, and I was just like, okay. So those have been like the kinds of glitches that I've been seeing. But
I saw the same ones too.
yeah, the main one I'm concerned about is the game freezing on me.
Right. Like it's like a long stutter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, there's that. Now, CD Projekt Red, shout out to them. Jason Schreier he put out this article, and he was talking about how the execs, Adam Badowski, was like, hey, given the circumstances, your bonuses will not be tied to the Metacritic score because the game is being review bombed on Metacritic by users, as it fucking should be, right?
Sure.
It sets at like a 6 on PC for users, and then like a 2 for Xbox and PS4. Like I said, as it fucking should. The game's a buggy mess. It shouldn't get a pass for that. Now, shout out to the stockholders at CDPR and the execs at CDPR who wanted the game to score over a 90, right? That was their expectation. But the executives still pushed this game to the point where it did not come out ready, and they still expected the to sit over a 90, even though it has all these issues. Executives, brainless. They must be missing brain cells or something. I don't know. All the money must be
out of touch.
head, you know? Yeah, but they definitely didn't expect. Okay, see, here's the thing with CDPR, right? They were considered the industry's critical darlings, right? They were like, listen, gamers love us. As long as we put out a game that people want, it's going to be perfectly fine. We don't have to worry. They're still going to give us high reviews, even if the game's a buggy, broken mess, right? And now they're seeing that certainly wasn't the fucking case. And for once, I think the Metacritic metric, which is, how the game does on Metacritic mattering as much as it does to these developers and publishers, I think this is a good thing for once because it shows CDPR, like, hey, gamers aren't actually swallowing our bullshit. Now, this also makes me side-eye games industry journalists for giving a game that has all of these issues, even if it's just like they didn't have the PS4 and the Xbox version, right? For giving a game that still has bugs on PC, giving the game 100.
Crazy.
Why?
Crazy.
Exactly. Crazy.
Like, I don't understand what they could have been thinking for that.
That was that chair. That yellow chair.
Oh, the chair.
I said that. Some of these journalists were getting, chairs and swag from, and leather jackets from the CD Projekt Red. That's biasness right there when they're like,
I mean,
hey, we're going to give it a 9 out of 10, even though we got some bugs. Nah.
We've been known Metacritic is biased as hell towards certain games and developers.
Yeah.
Well, Metacritic is a compilation of reviews and stuff, so you can't look at that as
Metacritic
a singular, entity. But like, for instance, I'm not gonna say the name, but there is an influencer, quote unquote, that received tons of shit from CD Projekt Red for Cyberpunk, and that person didn't even put a review out because they knew. I was like, so if I say something bad, then I ain't gonna get shit. But if I say something good, they're going to rip me a new asshole. So I ain't saying nothing. And that person got the game early and everything. So, yeah, it's a lot of capping. But it's because a lot of palms was being greased beforehand. Like, think about how long they've been marketing this game. Like, to just influencers. People that saw the game early, that went to trade shows and conferences, that got a chance to peek behind the curtain and all that other bullshit. So if that person that got all of that stuff, all that goodwill from CD Projekt Red says, no, this game's a buggy piece of shit. Like, how that look? They probably just fucked up their relationship. So you got some people that's not saying anything right now. And the people that are giving it hundreds and crazy shit like that, they're like, you know what? We're just going to look past all that stuff because we like this relationship with this company.
Shogun, once again, the denial is just insane to me. Like, you're crazy for not like, just because you personally didn't feel that way doesn't mean reality that people considered CDPR an industry darling. That is just how it is. They've been overhyped to hell. So it's just, like I said, the lack of acknowledgement of the reality that faces people is kind of crazy, but whatever. So it's like, it's unfortunate, but I did like a nice little rant stream yesterday addressing all of the bugs and issues. And, at least for me, I've been able to keep and maintain the same energy when it comes to addressing things that are problems in games, like bugs in games. That's a big thing for me. You guys know I hate bugs in games. So, and I talked about it. I did what I had to. So y'all can take me off the list of fuck faces who decided not to keep the same energy. Thank you very much. Okay. Jemiah says devs should focus on PC from here on out. That is a terrible take, Jemiah. Once again, PC guys, you make me sick. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
No, I'm just kidding. Like, I'm just saying, like, PC guys, like, some of them are really just hyper fixated on their own platform, and they're like, fuck everyone else. I'm like, bro, it's just never gonna fucking happen. Like, they're never gonna just focus in on one platform. Like, it's not gonna happen, dude. So, anyway, Cyberpunk ended up selling like 8 million. Once again, fuck CDPR. Shout out to Dixon with the super chat. Is it just a chat or a sticker? Super chat. It's just $1 and it says nothing, so whatever. Thank you. I appreciate you. So and Phase 23 BKNY is saying EA, Bethesda, or Activision released a game like Cyberpunk, it would have been crucified. Well, Cyberpunk is getting crucified.
Yeah.
So not by games media. Became games media. I don't know. They're just trash, dude. I don't know what to say.
The community's doing Laura's work right now.
Yeah, I was very happy to see all of these people rightfully upset and speaking up about the bugs instead of cucking in my mentions as they tend to do. I was shocked. I only had 3 cucks in my mentions full of 50 plus replies. So I was like, damn, okay, good for y'all. For once, gamers are not disappointing me. So.
But I will say, I mean, outside of the few bugs that I've had, the game has met my expectations of what I wanted out of the game.
I'm glad that you are enjoying it. That's what matters the most. Blue says, "Damn, Slow-Mo's never coming back, huh?" I don't know. Maybe we hurt his feelings when we were all responded with shock when he told that guy to start his own show. I don't know.
Wow.
Shout out to Envy with the super chat saying, the majority of these CDPR fanboys didn't give a damn about their games until The Witcher 3. All of a sudden, they are the best company ever. Witcher 3 is the most amazing game I've ever played. Like, I'm sorry, but you guys, I'm just saying, like, when it comes to storytelling, that's the best game I've ever played. That's just my opinion. Okay.
I didn't finish the game, so I can't say that, but I will say this: it's absolutely the most mature game I ever played.
Yeah, it definitely.
What I mean by mature, I'm talking about theme.
Yeah, really mature themes.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of moments from that game that really still to this day stick to me, and it's like
Bloody Baron, that whole arc was crazy.
Yeah, that was actually the arc that really got me, and then the part with the witches in the forest.
And
that had me like, wow, that was the moment where I was like, this is amazing. A shout out to Sir X-Men saying that generation should be called Gin Bugs. Facts. So yeah, yes, The Witcher 3 had a lot of bugs when it launched. I didn't know. I didn't play the game until late in 2015 myself, so I didn't know about any of the bugs because I wasn't in tune to the gaming space like I am now. But it had a lot of issues when it launched, and they patched it over time. So
yeah, I didn't play it until 2018. So
let's see here.
It was a whole different game by that time.
Hey, Slow-Mo.
Yo, I see people in the chat seem somewhat concerned about my whereabouts. It's funny because, Meta will go AWOL for like an entire show. No one says anything.
I know, man.
And I get it, bro. So what?
They slandering.
Let's see here. Villain says Witcher 2 combat is trash. That's true. That's facts. Okay, I played The Witcher 2. That combat is garbage. You think The Witcher 3 is bad? The Witcher 2 is just really bad, man. That is trash.
It made it unplayable for me. I couldn't play Witcher 2.
So, okay, Clifton says Cyberpunk doesn't have a Bloody Baron equivalent. So, in my opinion, as I'm going through it now, as it stands right now, how many hours? Am I like 8 hours in or something? I'm really enjoying the story. I actually gave it another shot last night. I became really immersed in the story. It picked up significantly after that fucking prologue. Like, that prologue had me sleep. Okay, that shit was boring. All right, but it picked up significantly. I think as it stands right now, I don't think that the game is going to reach the same level of
acclaim
quality for me that The Witcher 3, because The Witcher 3 is like top 3 for me in regards to games, and the only game that I personally enjoy overall more just because the stories and the characters and just every aspect of it is Mass Effect 2. So
I'm of the other opinion where I'm putting up against The Witcher 3 story, and I'm 21 hours in, I guess. But I'm nowhere near halfway done with the story. But from where the story... No, I've been doing too much. There's too much side stuff to do. Like, the map is lit.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
I go to a side quest, and then there's other stuff I do before I even get to the side. I forget about the side quest. I'm too busy doing other things.
I do think it's funny. Like, I'm playing through the game and I get a call from a random person. They're like, "Hey, I'm a fixer." I'm like, "How did you get my fucking number? My number? What is going on? Like, is V just having their number posted on the fucking job board or something?
She's
like, what
on
the
Facebook?
Like, literally though. I'm just like, "Hey, so I'm a fixer. You can call me Mr. No Hands or some shit. But, no hands, no face. I'm going to lean in the background so you can't see who I am. Do you want to work with me? Just let me know. Just give me a call sometime." I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, all right, that's fine. I also think the game not being in third person was a mistake.
I actually like it in first person over third person. After playing it, I prefer it.
I mean,
I don't know if I prefer it because I didn't never play it in third person, but I'm cool with it though. Like, it's not a problem.
I mean, I can tolerate it, but I think they should have been third person. I mean, fuck, if you can play, drive your car in third person and instead of, the first person, why can't you, fucking play as a third person?
They probably cut it out to save time for development.
I think they cut it out because they knew it wouldn't work on the old consoles.
And that's another thing. That's another thing I think, like you just said right there, Slow-Mo, about the old consoles. I think, me personally, they should have, just scrapped the whole base consoles and said, fuck Xbox and fuck the PS4. Make it for mid-gen, PS5, and Xbox Series X and Series S.
That is a really interesting take. I think the game should have just been working for last-gen systems instead of them scrapping it. Because there's plenty of cross-gen titles that work with both the base Xbox and PlayStation 4 and the newer systems. So I think the game should have just worked. I don't think they should have scrapped anything. I think the game was marketed for last gen, so the game should work for last gen. This is a last gen title. The game should have been working for last gen. They should have made sure the game was working instead of selling people a broken product. This whole let's just drop these systems when it's like that is such a narrow mentality in my opinion, because it's like the game's still a buggy mess on PC and on a newer gen system. So what would dropping the last gen systems have even accomplished? That's the first thing I want to say. Secondly, they marketed the game for last gen systems. Thirdly, no one can find an Xbox or a PlayStation 5, and most people don't have a fucking PC. So the whole let's drop one of the biggest markets, two of the biggest markets. Well, I mean, we can debate about if the Xbox One is even a big market. Anyway, but at least the PlayStation 4 has over 100 million systems sold, right? So that's
right. Xbox is a big market.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Stinger. Go ahead. How much did they sell? Do you have a number?
I don't know.
He doesn't have a number?
I mean, if I was going to throw it at dartboard, I'd say like 50 million. If I was to throw a number,
we'll say 50 million, right? That's like 150 million, 150 potential customers. I'm sure not everyone who has an Xbox and PlayStation 4 wanted to get the system, but I'm just saying this is a cross-gen titles. We have seen other cross-gen titles work on the base systems. The game should have just fucking worked.
For sure.
I mean,
that's my perspective.
Yep.
Go ahead, Mike.
I respect that too. I do. But I mean, I'm not talking about just like the bugs. I'm talking about, like the resolution wise. I mean, you can tell on base PS4 and Xbox that it looks Fuji. I mean, originally they made this game. They started making this game on PC, and they were like, "Hey, we're going to port it over."
As they do with a lot of games, actually.
As they do with a lot of games. But I mean, originally this was supposed to be like next gen, but they wanted to port it over to other people. Because they're like, hey, we don't want to lose out on this $8 million we're about to, receive.
Yeah, it was 8 million.
8 million euros.
Yeah. Like I said, their stocks are down. I heard that from someone, and I was just like, 29%. Oh,
that's real.
As they fucking should be. Okay, fuck CDPR. But yeah, as it stands right now, I just think it's unfortunate the game was released in the state that it was released in. And they also, I discussed this on my stream yesterday. They lied. They said the game was running well on the base systems when asked.
They lie like a motherfucker.
So I mean, every corporate entity I speak of, they are liars. Okay.
Yes.
But that being said, I'm enjoying the game from a story standpoint. The only issue I'm having is the game crashing. Yeah, story standpoint, I'm thinking. I went the corporal route. As you guys know, I myself am a corporate cuck, and I want to be a corporate cuck in the game because it fits my background the most. So, I'm really enjoying my corporate dialogue option choices. It's great.
Did you go for? What build?
So I'm doing a hacking build right now, and I'm seeing how that's going pretty much. But it's
That's interesting because I'm going hacking and technical ability because I did my research when I flicked through the skill trees, and technical ability buffs smart weapons, the ones that track onto people. I was like, you know what? I need that, and I need the hacking ability because the hacking ability in that game is top tier. It's so much fun just to run around and turn off the turrets, turn off the cameras, spread a virus between all these enemies. And that's even before I start fighting them. I'm like, yo, this is cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. I do agree. Now, that being said, and then another thing, right? Now, I have to finish the game first, okay? But other than my character being a woman and having to getting the chance to have a penis, which I think is awesome,
Oh Lord.
what is so different about this game compared to other RPGs that make it so innovative to the point where this can't possibly have been designed for last-gen systems? This is a next-gen experience only because of how innovative and amazing the experience is overall. There's just no way, like everything from the game design just says this couldn't have possibly run on last-gen systems because the mechanics as well are just so next-gen and top tier. Like, what is it about the game that makes people say that?
Nothing.
I think it's the way it's punishing PCs right now. Like some people are saying it's kind of the new Crisis, where like people thought I could go 4K 60 ultra ray tracing on and just nail it, and then they realized no, you can't. You need to take a step back.
Well, it's also partly due to the fact that I think it's really poorly optimized and it's not even maxing out really older graphics cards right now correctly. For example, I have a backup GPU in my PC right now because I have my main GPU RMA'd and it's on its way back. But I got a 1060 in my build right now, an old 1060. And
you ain't playing Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, no. So playing Cyberpunk is a terrible experience with it. But when I have tried to play it, right, I don't see it maxing out the GPU. I have the stats up running while I'm playing it. It's at like 30%.
Probably real CPU intensive too.
Yeah,
but my CPU, I got an i7 9700K overclocked to 4.7 gigahertz.
Because mine grabbed about 97% with a 2080.
Yo, my CPU is fine. My GPU is not being maxed out, but I can't get more frames. So it's just like I don't like when I play other games, like say for example, Road Company, Battlefield, anything because it's a 1060.
Right.
GPU 99%
for sure
all the time because it's the bottleneck. I play Cyberpunk 30%.
Yeah, this is optimization issue. But I don't think Luca was talking about that. I think she was just talking about innovation in gameplay. Like, what is this game doing different gameplay wise and storytelling wise and RPG wise that no other game has done? And I don't think I played it. I haven't played it long enough to truly say, but what I've played, nothing. It's doing nothing different. In fact, it's doing less shit than some of the most intensive RPGs that have choices. The fact that, like, okay, Luca said she created a woman that has a penis, right?
That's awesome.
I created a male that has a penis, right? And if anybody watched my stream last night, I accidentally pulled his penis out on stream. That was an accident because he was supposed to be clothed, but in the options, he was butt ass naked. That choice doesn't really even have any consequence on whatever's happening in the game because I've already started a relationship with somebody and it doesn't even really matter. It's just there in a way, right? And they have so many opportunities to do different shit and it winds up being the same thing. Like everybody's V winds up doing similar shit, if that makes any sense. Like because it's already a predetermined character and you're just making them look a little bit different. So you're not crafting your own personality as far as the character V. The character V's personality is already determined in a way. You know, you got the gruff voice or you got the snappy woman voice. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same dialogue. It's the same results. It's not really as optional as they made it out to be. Like,
I agree with you, but here's where you're wrong. Now, as the reviewer that I watch, you get if you don't I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but he did a review like ages ago. You can get 7 different endings. There's more than 7 different endings.
I'm not talking about the endings.
No, there's nothing innovative about that either. Multiple endings have been in games for generations.
No. But you said the choices have no effect. But the choices in the game do affect. They just don't instantaneously
affect something in the game.
No, but you were on about choices.
Exactly. And
what's that supposed to do? I thought you were on about. Are you on about dialogue choices? Because you were talking about dialogue
No,
choices.
dialogue choices do change the path that you go in the game. They don't change the character itself. The character is
No, the character is
we're all going to go through the same motions as the same character, but they led us to believe that we were going to have our own V, this customizable V, when in reality, when you go through the main story, it's not that customizable. You're going to do the same. We're going to have the same Johnny Silverhand and do the same shit.
You think so? I have to continue.
I'd have to finish the game before
I'm
I
gonna
can
have
make
to,
that conclusion
I'm
because
gonna have to finish it too and start another playthrough before I can.
Because I'm an RPG connoisseur, and there's not that many RPG games that are doing what Cyberpunk is doing.
What are they doing?
What are they doing? Wait, what are they doing though? Like in regards to the endings or what else?
No. It's in regards to the actual, because it was coming to the earlier point, the mechanics and whatnot. You were saying what makes it different, just how dense the city is, and how everything has a part to play in it. Like it actually, you're running around the city, and it's actually okay. This is a cool location. There isn't a city as dense as that in the game. So
I mean, wasn't like Red Dead Redemption kind of like that?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Red
Dead
Redemption,
nowhere near as
Edgewater, or whatever the name of that town was.
No.
Red Dead Redemption 2 town was alive, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's nowhere near as dense as the Cyberpunk. Plus,
Wow,
it's all
man.
Let me
Yo, I gotta ask you one thing.
Singer, do you have a yellow chair?
Are you asking?
No, I don't have a yellow chair. And yes, I played Red Dead 2.
I for one, I appreciate Singer's perspective. He's been positive about the game, which is what we haven't been. So I appreciate his perspective in this. And he has more hours in the game than we do.
Yeah,
so
sure.
That said, saying that it's doing something that other games aren't doing because the city is dense is like, I mean, I would expect a guy that's got like a gazillion hours in this game to give me a better reason than that.
Well, he can give a better reason in a second. Hold on. Shout out to Sir X-Man saying, who's playing Perfect Dark? First day, type 1 for yes, 2 for no. I don't know what Perfect Dark is about. They showed nothing. So as it stands right now, it's a no for me. But I'm excited that you guys are excited. Shout out to Jedno saying, they're claiming the game is worth multiple playthroughs. IGN said you're offered different missions based on choices. Okay, thank you, Jedno. I appreciate that.
I played that in Fire Emblem Three Houses. So
yes. And
okay, if we think about Fire Emblem, right? The only differences, like the major differences, come from what house you choose, right? Your Byleth is pretty much the same every playthrough. Like there's no like major story points where you're really the only one that I can think of is for if you're doing the Black Eagle playthrough, and if you want to do Silver Snow or Crimson Flower, right? Like that's the major choice you can make in the game. But for the most part, it's like none of the choices you actually make throughout after you choose your first house have any impact on how the story is going to end in that regard. Like there's 4 different endings and they're all based on what house you choose, except for one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, just in regards to what that super chat was saying about different missions based on choice, I'm like, well, yeah, you do get specific different missions based on the choices that you made in Fire Emblem Three Houses. You choose a particular house, or in regards to whichever one is with the girl that you love that I can't stand.
Edelgard? I said Crimson Flower and Silver Snow.
Yeah. You have the option.
Edelgard? Excuse me? I thought you were middling on her.
We're not gonna get into this right now. But what we're saying is that you even have a choice, even at that point, to choose the church or choose her. So you get a different ending based on that too. So all I'm saying is that different endings or your different choices based on different missions. That Mass Effect, we see that in Dragon Age.
Dark Effect too.
That's nothing original out of that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just like. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just reading through these comments. Yeah, I'm just saying. So far, there's nothing in the game other than the fact that I can have a dong as a woman that makes it different for me in regards to how the story is. But you know what? Maybe that's the gamer's fault. Maybe it's our fault for hyping the game up because we expected so much because The Witcher 3 is phenomenal and the story is amazing. And there are choices in The Witcher 3 that you can make throughout the game that have an effect on the end, but also have an effect on specific characters as you're going through it. And so far, I haven't really seen that. You know what I mean, Singer? But maybe, can you tell, I mean, is it different? Like, for the side missions, at least?
As you get further in, a lot of things start, like, there tons of stuff build up, and then you have to start making decisions. Like, I don't want to say it because it's kind of a spoiler, so I want to make a point, but I can't make a point at the same time. So I'm not going to say anything, but there's a point want to be made, but can't make it. But like, there's certain actions in the game that do affect. Now, is it as in depth as like the super hardcore RPGs and choices wise? No, it's not. Okay. But in the style of game it is, and just the way the game is, I think it's fine. Like, I can't see a problem with the choices.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, I mean, I'll throw you a bone here, Singer. Like the depth they go into with their side quests, where they put a lot of dialogue and story elements into side quests, where other games would typically have it be like fetch quests or something real basic. But I mean, they also had that in Witcher 3, but that's something that's, I guess, is like a CD Projekt Red stamp that you know that your side quests are going to be really in depth and really
which is different.
Great storytelling. So that's always different with them. So yeah.
Praise Assassin says the brain dancing mechanic. Can we appreciate how unique that is? Well, you know what? I would appreciate it until you ask me if we've even played the game. I mean, it's cool, but it's not something where I'm like, holy shit, this is like the most crazy. This changes like, you know, it's not that for me. It's different, but it's not that for me.
So, it's not the most revolutionary, but it's the most different AAA RPG to come out, because most RPGs are based in a high fantasy setting.
Okay.
And they go on it, but this is more grounded, kind of into the future, very adult thing. Like, some of the jokes in there are amazing. But, you know, it's like the one store where it says, if you don't know what this is, you're not old enough to enter. And I'm like, that's great. Because, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure my V had sex with a man and a woman. You know, that was...
What?
What?
Man, you had game.
You just out there...
I wanted to see what...
You just out there being free with your body in the game.
But like, being able to buy prostitutes, that's been a thing for quite some time.
Oh my God.
Anyway, shout out to Lionel with Super Chat saying the character creator is very lackluster.
Yes.
I thought I was going to fully customize my character, from molding the shape of the tit to how the
JJ. Wow.
It has
oh my God.
Yeah,
I know. Big freak. I know.
The customer creator is a little bit is a little lackluster. Shout out to Lil F Boy saying Slow-Mo's voice sounding sultry. It's kind of sexy. Okay.
Oh my God. See, this is what happens when you start letting people create their own genitalia in the game, man.
Their own genitalia in the game.
Yo, this is like the second week in a row that I just
it sounds like someone's got a crush on you there, Slow-Mo.
Yeah.
You better watch yourself at the park. You better keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah, I just you guys are so funny. So yes, Singer, I appreciate your perspective, and I will play more of the game, and I will let you guys know personally if I feel like, for me, if it hits the points that they marketed the game to hit personally. Now, you guys can have a different perspective and opinion, and that's perfectly fine. We're free to agree or disagree. And yeah, but as it stands, like, go ahead, buddy.
I'll just say the story. When you like, there's something I can't say.
No spoiler, no thug.
I'm just gonna say the story so far, as I've got, it's dragged me in, and I want to stay because of how good it is. And I'd give the story a solid S, because it's exactly what I wanted, what you'd expect for that world. Like, the story in that world, it makes 100% sense. Like, you could follow it. It's
okay. Yeah, I don't have any issues with the story. Listen, guys, I don't have problems with the story. I was just talking about from a mechanics standpoint of what's revolutionary about the game or whatever. So whatever. I mean, like, I'm enjoying it so far. Whatever. Shout out to DD Lee saying hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I mean, if you guys don't appreciate our viewpoints, maybe I'm just too negative. Am I too negative, guys?
I don't think
No.
so.
No, I think
That's
you're
just
honest.
your
No.
opinion. You're giving your opinion. It is
I
what
think you're
it is.
totally honest.
You know, am I too mean to people in the chat?
Hell no.
No.
Am I too much of a bitch, guys?
Oh
Be
my
honest.
God.
No, what's it? No.
That is like, I'm tired of
What is wrong? Say it with your chest.
Yeah. I just, I appreciate everyone in the chat offering their perspectives and viewpoints. And, I appreciate you guys being here for me because I have no one. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Joking. It's a joke. I'm just messing
It's
around.
a joke. She's just joshing.
I'm just joshing y'all. You guys know I have a dark sense of humor. So,
That
yeah.
is true.
Yeah, no, Vil says I expected more from the character customization. I did too,
That was a letdown for me, the customization, because I remember everybody, praising that, it's going to be like a deep customization when you make your character. I'm like, all right, I'm about to spend like 2-3 hours like making a character.
Nope.
And I was like, dude, I finished this in like 15 minutes. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, there's actually kind of no point in making a character, in my opinion. I mean, I did, but
And another thing that bothered me, a lot of people don't mention about, is you can't make a big character. You're stuck at one size. I mean, you can't adjust the height. You can't give the person any like thickness or anything. You're just stuck at one size. I thought that was kind of weird.
Mike, you trying to make them cakes bigger, huh?
I'm playing as a female. Yes, I want to have
He's
a,
like, she
I want to be thick.
Yeah, but then think about it. How are you supposed to do half the stuff that happens if you're, of the thick persuasion?
Do you remember? We were big people who came in earlier, so now you saying they're doing it in the game?
Yeah, but I ain't saying shit. But
What are you trying to say? Thick girls can't slide across the floor and shoot people?
No, they can't.
No.
Remember?
Wait,
How far
have you ever seen an action movie with a? Come on, man. Let's be honest.
I've never seen Bruce Willis in shape.
Have we ever seen a plus size person kung fu roll in an agile-like fashion while dodging bullets? Let's just start there.
I mean, it can happen,
but not overweight. But you gotta admit,
I didn't say
I didn't say overweight. I said plus size. See, y'all need to what? See, y'all being very y'all what?
Because I can't say anything because it's on spoiler territory, but there's some situations where if you're thick, that ain't gonna work. I mean, but
yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate.
We need to write them and figure out.
I actually think this is a good thing. It's a really good thing, actually. I think overall, there's like no. Okay, I think overall, there's no point in expecting anything from game developers. Is that depressing? Is that a depressing thought?
Expecting anything?
Because, like, I'll take for instance, Bethesda used to be my favorite developer. I love Fallout and I love Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls, right? Mm-hmm. And they disappointed me extensively with the tomfoolery that was Fallout 76. That was a huge blow for me. BioWare, you guys know I am a huge Dragon Age fan. I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. And BioWare has consistently been disappointing me. Right. I know there's a divide, a huge divide when it comes to The Last of Us 2. Maybe not a huge divide. Maybe there's like a subset divide, right? For The Last of Us 2, in which people really love it, but there's a subset of people who really, really hate it, who loved the first Last of Us, right? So there's people who are disappointed because of that, and then there were some people who were disappointed about Red Dead 2 because of the game mechanics. You would walk in like those. I don't know what was going on with that. It was a little shaky, right? And people were really hyped about that too. And then people were really hyped about Cyberpunk, and Singer's excited, and I am annoyed about the bugs mostly.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Sure.
So, how many people are fans of Quentin Tarantino?
I am.
Yeah.
Do you like all of his movies?
His,
No.
I think
I ain't a big fan of him because he always got to drop the N-bomb in every single movie.
I'm not even. That's crazy. Luca,
I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino fan, and I think he started to fall off with The Hateful Eight. I didn't like that movie.
I didn't like The Hateful Eight at all.
I didn't like Hateful Eight.
And that's funny. I like the Hateful Eight. I enjoy that movie. I haven't liked all his movies though, but I have enjoyed most of them. But a fan, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of his. But I do like his movies.
Right, but
I'm definitely a fan of Quentin Tarantino. I love so many of his
By the
movies.
way, a Ravenflow, Quentin Tarantino did not direct Dusk Till Dawn. That was Robert Rodriguez. He just starred in it.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's like I love Inglourious Bastards. I love Django. I love Kill Bill. I love Pulp Fiction. Like his movies are great, but it's just, and he even mentioned, I think he mentioned, I'm only going to do a set number of movies because people
He's
start
full of shit with that one. That money gets thrown away. He gonna make that movie. You talking about making Star Trek or some shit now? But
yeah, I did see that. I think that for me personally, what I expect from Quentin Tarantino, I think he did a little bit too much of that for The Hateful Eight. It was just kind of like a blood fest. Like it was just like, but it like didn't have the depth that I expect from Quentin Tarantino. I mean, I guess that sounds silly, but Pulp Fiction is a masterpiece, in my opinion. In my opinion
too. But let me ask you this then: how do you feel about Quentin Tarantino now that you hated The Hateful Eight?
Well, I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it.
Okay,
but
you didn't like
how do I feel about him now? Now I'm just kind of like, yeah, maybe I'll wait on seeing his next movie. Like I didn't go and see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because of how I felt about The Hateful Eight. And it's like it really does come down to that for me, where it's like if it's like one game or one movie where it doesn't live up to my expectations of greatness
completely. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'll still go and see it, but it's just like I'm still kind of like.
This is like I like Christopher Nolan, right?
Yeah, me too.
But I didn't like Dunkirk. Everyone loved Dunkirk. I didn't like Dunkirk, but that didn't stop me from seeing Tenet. Like I was gassed for Tenet.
I haven't seen Tenet yet because of everything going on. But my favorite Christopher.
You better get that.
I know it's coming out next week or something. But my favorite Christopher Nolan film has to be The Prestige. I saw it without knowing the twist, and that movie fucked me up. I was like, what is going on? This shit is crazy. What up, Jet? So, I definitely
that's probably one of the better twists in movies, period.
Yeah, for sure. And then David Fincher. I love David Fincher. I am a fan of David Fincher. You guys know Fight Club is my favorite movie. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love Seven. I absolutely loved Gone Girl to the point I went out, I bought the book, I read the book 3 times. Like I am a fan of certain directors,
But being a fan of them, one thing would throw you off?
It didn't throw it depends. Like for me with BioWare, it's more of a
yeah, that's different.
I'll take BioWare for instance. BioWare has been like a 3 rule sort of thing for BioWare. Like they messed up with Anthem and they messed up with Andromeda, in my opinion, right? So this next game, I'm not excited for the next game. But yeah, honestly speaking, it takes one.
Wow.
It takes one. It takes one.
What if they mess up Mass Effect Legendary Edition?
No, they can't do that.
But you would think they can't do that because,
like, if it was buggy and ran fucked up, like you just
exactly.
I don't think you can mess up that.
I mean, like story wise, you can't mess it up because the story's already been written and the characters have already been created. Mm-hmm. Like you would have to be a super dumb to mess that up. But at this point, on a technical level, on their level of talent, I can't outright say it's not going to be a buggy mess when it comes out.
Yeah, you can't count that out.
I mean, all they have to really do is update the combat and the visuals and just let it go.
Yeah, but that engine, Mass Effect 1 is running on the Eclipse engine, which is not even in use anymore. So they're going to have to do a little bit more than just up-res it.
I'm sure they could take the game before they
2 and 3 are running on Unreal Engine 3,
And they have this whole thing with EA where EA forces them to use Frostbite for everything. So are they putting all this into Frostbite?
Frostbite
Or-
shit.
Yeah.
See, that's going to be the big question, because as we know, Respawn don't use Frostbite.
Yeah, apparently Respawn can do whatever they want.
Right. All the games that actually work don't use Frostbite.
Well, I mean, if we're
Right.
talking about BioWare now, Slow-Mo, what'd you think of the Dragon Age and the Mass Effect reveals? The nothing that we got.
I was somewhat disappointed that the second trailer for Dragon Age is still basically a reveal trailer that doesn't really show anything. I can tell from it, just to go deep into Dragon Age real quick, that it looks like it's in Tevinter, which is the only region of Thedas, the world in Dragon Age we haven't really seen yet, which I'm kind of excited about. But then the art direction, I wasn't really feeling that. I really kind of wanted the art direction to be more like how it was with Inquisition. And I thought the way they're going with it, if the game is going to look like that, what they showed us was a little bit of a step back. Story-wise, they don't have David Gator, who's the lead writer for the entire series anymore. So who knows where this story is going? It's good to see the Dreadwolf back, but outside of course, he's going to be back based off of how Inquisition ended. I just don't know much more about it, and I kind of wanted to see more. And they seem to hype it up like, "Hey, we're going to be at the VGAs. Watch out for what we're going to
They
show."
definitely did that, dude.
Yeah, and then it's like it's a 30-second. I mean, this is like you did that before. You did a reveal trailer before, so it's just like.
I mean, at least we have a better idea that maybe it's going to be in Tevinter. It did look like Tevinter. It did look like what I would envision Tevinter look like mystical and magical and stuff. Shout out to Glinger saying Fallout fans took a beating last gen. That's facts. And then Mass Effect.
And then Mass Effect. Yeah, just real quick. I'm happy that they're actually going back to the main crew, back to our solar system, and back to
in theory.
Well, no, I think that's definitely what it is, because when she picked up the N7 insignia off of that like broken jacket, that was definitely Yara who did it. And even though she's an Asari, so she can live for thousands of years, I don't think that you see her look off and there's some people in the distance. I think it's all current stuff. I think they're not like the old BioWare, but they're not going to mess this up again when people want to see Shepard. And you gave us Andromeda with no Shepard. People was like, "No fool, we want Shepard." And then now it's going to be like, "Yeah, we still been giving you Shepard. We're going to give you everybody but Shepard." Like, nah, I don't think they're going to do that. Now, regardless of that.
So you think we're going to get Shepard back?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think absolutely that's going to happen. I think what I don't know, though, is whether the story is going to be good or not. So you could have all these great characters that we love and then have a trash story for all of them.
Facts.
So that's where I'm kind of like, y'all improve it mode at this point, because nobody who's there now is anyone that was involved with the greatness of this studio and these IPs. So you can't be living off of the success of people who were your predecessors, and you haven't proven anything yet.
The Dragon Age guy's still there, though. Who oversaw the Dragon Ages.
Which one?
I can't remember his name. He said he was doing the latest Dragon Age game.
Well, but okay, the guy who's leading the project now, Christian Daly, was the guy that was doing the Anthem revamp a week ago, and now he's not doing that no more. He just got there 3 years ago. He came from Blizzard. There's only one other person I know of that's definitely still there, has been there for a long time, and that's Mike Gamble. And Mike Gamble is working with Mass Effect. One dude, lead writer Drew Karpyshyn, said he was done with EA. He ain't never going back. Let's see, Mike Laidlaw was the lead director for Dragon Age. He's been gone. David Gator, their lead writer, been gone. So many of their long time like veteran developers have left and created their own studios. Yellow Brick Games, Archetype Entertainment. Like, it's just, they're not He said I'm whispering. All right.
You see what Gregor said? Slow-mo whispering like he works at BioWare, scared to get caught talking to Jason. So true.
Oh man, yeah, they probably are like that too. they got to go on their lunch break and walk like 5 blocks away to finally talk to Jason or something. I don't know, but look, it's just they're still in prove it mode, and until then, I can't say I got excited for seeing the trailer. Yet at the same time, right after the trailer was over, I was like, but it's not the same team. It's not the same people. So, is it really going to be good, or am I setting myself up for another disappointment?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, I mean, it like I said, Sin, it takes one for me. So
yeah, it take a little bit more than one for me to be completely like Spike Lee got me a couple times before I said, you know what, Spike, we good. A couple times. It take more than one. So I'm not like huge into CD Projekt Red. So and mind you, I haven't finished the game yet, so I don't know how good or bad I'm gonna feel about it towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll give them another chance. Or even Red Dead, I was super like Red Dead Redemption. The first game is like top tier to me. I want to say top 3 games I ever played in my life. That game's amazing. So Red Dead 2, while I thought the story was fantastic, playing it was a fucking chore. Like I'm talking about sleep. Oh, I got a lot of sleep playing that game. Horses galloping put me right to sleep. But whatever their next game is, I'm not going to be like, well, because I didn't like this that much, I'm going to be like sour on whatever they do next. I'm kind of anticipating whatever they do next. So I'm pretty sure they know people didn't like animations just digging in people's pockets and shit like that. So hopefully.
Yeah, the way I feel about it, it's not sour and bitterness overall. It's more like a reserved. I'm more reserved in regards to my feelings about these games going forward, because the way I feel about it is that these corporations are trash. Okay, you just listen. As someone who goes on tirades about capitalism all the time, you fuck up once, it's over. I'm done with you. You're dead to me. Okay, fuck you. All right, you fucking lying ass executives. I wish I was an executive who could lie to people. So like whatever. It is what it is, and it's unfortunate. Like I said, I'm not someone who's going to pretend like this is okay just because I am a Witcher 3 stan. Okay, I was a CD Projekt Red stan. All right, I was a fangirl. All right,
but Luca. For Mass Effect and Dragon Age, though, you still getting it day one, right?
No.
Really?
The new ones?
Yeah.
No.
See, here's the thing. I can recognize that there probably is a really high chance they're going to be disappointing. I'm still going to get it and play it day one, though.
Yeah, no, I'll wait to see how the game's running, and yeah, no, I'll wait. I'm gonna wait because I'm just gonna wait. But I think it really depends because people don't like Dragon Age Inquisition, and I love it. So maybe I'll.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Inquisition.
I didn't like the first 2 Dragon Ages.
What?
Are you okay?
We're all free to make mistakes, so it's okay.
It's always a mistake. I thought the first 2 Dragon Ages were boring as fuck, but Dragon Age Inquisition was
boring.
Good.
Did you play Inquisition first?
I didn't finish, the first 2 Dragon Ages because
Inquisition's the third one.
I know, yeah, but I didn't finish
which origin story did you?
Inquisition first. You didn't answer my question.
Oh, what?
Did you play Inquisition first?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
So which origin story did you start with the Dragon Age Origins?
Origin story, I don't even remember.
The one that's the most boring is Kuzlin, in my opinion.
I like the Kuzlin one. It's more basic.
In comparison to the other ones, I think
the other ones are. Well, I think it's still better than the Dalish Elf one. The Dalish Elf one is the worst.
I think the Dalish Elf one's interesting. They go into the looking into what Alluvian. They find it, that's interesting. Finding an Alluvian and then making a deal with the Grey Warden.
I mean, in retrospect of knowing what an Illuvian is, that's amazing.
Oh,
but when
okay.
you first play the
No, I
game,
get
like
what
the
you're
very
saying.
first in the series, you're just like, what the hell is going on? What
Okay,
is this?
you know what?
So,
I get that, but I'm talking retroactively. I think Kuzlan is the most boring now that I know all this lore about Dragon Age. Kuzlan's like your family dies and you're a noble. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah,
And you're out for
yeah, but
revenge.
then
Come on.
in the long run, it's the only one where you can become king
Okay. And
or
that's
queen.
that still doesn't make it like it's still the most boring origin in my opinion.
Yeah, but okay, true. Actually, no. I don't know.
Okay. What's
No, actually, I think the most boring origin was Mage.
the mage from the Circle Mage?
Mm-hmm.
Even knowing the lore about the Circle, you still think the
Yeah.
mage is the most boring one?
Yeah.
You think it's more boring than rich noble loses family in a coup and has to seek out revenge. That basic
Yeah.
plot line.
Yeah, because I still wanted to kill that dude the entire game.
Okay. All right. We'll just have to.
When I
we'll
finally
just have
did
to
kill
agree.
him, it was like, yeah, like I finally got this bastard, you know. Plus, I enjoyed the whole lands meet part where you're basically politicking and getting nobles on your side, and then you could also kind of swindle your way into
I'm saying origin, as in their origin story. I'm not talking about like throughout the rest of the game. I'm talking about how they started the game, the origin.
And like I said, I thought it wasn't the best. I think the best is City Elf.
City Elf is the best. I didn't say it's the best. I said it's the most boring.
But I don't think it's the most boring. I think the most boring was definitely
That's
Mage.
crazy. Yeah, no, City Elf's the best in every single Dragon Age game. It's the best origin. It's fucking phenomenal. Please, Tevinter, you have elven slaves. Let me be in City Elf in Dragon Age 4, please. You know, whenever I get around to playing that, please.
In the part of Dragon Age 4 they were making before they had to cancel it, the one that Michael Laidlaw was making before he left because the entire Dragon Age team had to go help the Anthem team get Anthem out. In that version of it, you would have the option to be a Canary, which is pretty cool.
All right, I looked it up. I played as Scorpio Warrior City. I went to Warrior class, if that makes sense.
That's the class. That's not the origin. It's like
Whatever.
There's like a dozen origins that you can do.
A dozen.
I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of
I
origins.
don't think it's a dozen. It's not a dozen. Yeah, no, City Elf's definitely the
5
best.
million origins. Like no, there's a lot of. It's the first like 2 to 3 hours of the game. Kind of. It's not just like, you know, in some games you can choose what your origin was. Oh, I was a street rat. Now I'm a soldier. You know. Then in Dragon Age Origins, you actually get to live that for a little bit, and then you kind of get into the meat of the game.
Yeah, Dragon Age Origins is a great game. Dragon Age 2 is still my favorite though. So, all right. So, is there anything else you guys would like us to discuss before we leave? Anything else you guys want to talk about before we leave? Oh, something. PlayStation sold well or something.
Yes, sold the best it's ever sold, I think.
All right. So, does anyone have these numbers? Mike Pony. I know you're a pony. Do you have these numbers, Mike?
I don't have these numbers.
Oh, okay. Singer, I know that you're a bot in disguise, so maybe you have these numbers so you can rail against them. Do you?
I ain't a bot in disguise. We've been over this. I had my eyes open to the PC Master Race, and I can't go back. You know.
Okay. All right. Guys,
as
he was trying to defend himself, I could hear computer chips just flying out of his mouth.
All right. PS5 sales numbers. All right. Okay. November 2020 NPD. I'm looking it up right now from VentureBeat. The Switch and PlayStation 5 split sales victory. Okay. And consumers spent a record $1.4 billion on new video game hardware, an increase of 58% when compared to a year ago, which makes all the sense. Growth was driven by the launches of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles. Year-to-date hardware spending reached $4 billion, 34% higher than a year ago. The PlayStation 5 was November's best-selling hardware platform in consumer spending while Nintendo Switch led the market in units sold, which is crazy because there's nothing on the Switch right now, and it's still
Nothing.
sold better
The
than the
Switch,
Xbox.
the Switch
That's
is
crazy.
going to. The Switch is going to go one. I reckon the Switch is going to second all-time most sales. I think the Switch is going to do it because they're selling this much with nothing. Imagine when they actually get some games.
Yeah. But you know, congrats to PlayStation. I don't think I care, so we'll just move on from that. Is there anything else? The update, they released a patch, like a 17 gigabyte patch yesterday for PC and PS4 and 5 for Cyberpunk, and the patch was they released the patch today for the Xbox version. So, you know, I'm gonna update my game and see how it's running after that.
My shit crashed like right after I updated.
Oh, it's spooky.
Yeah.
And then let's see here. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about before we fucking leave and I dissipate into the wind?
I'm just gonna say, in my humble opinion, my hype levels for Cyberpunk were a 10.
Mhm.
After playing the game, it's an 11.
Okay, King, speak on it. All right.
It hit the. I know people have issues and whatnot, but for me, the game hit all the marks. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, you can call it capping, whatever, but
That shit comfortable as fuck.
I love my RPGs. They're my number one genre, and it hits all the marks I wanted it to hit.
Yeah. Please hit the like button, guys. I would appreciate it if you could do that for me. You know, maybe I am stuck in the crumb side because my people don't want to support me in this way. How crazy is that? Like, how much does this hurt me like this? Maybe I'll just, you know, maybe I'll just leave, you know, maybe I'll, you know, maybe I'll just dissipate into the wind. Like the rest of these fucking losers who claim they're going to leave the community and then they're back the next day. Maybe I'll do that, guys.
You'll get like 12 more likes for that.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Ugh, how disgusting.
There they are.
Yep.
No, if you want to get some more, like, start slandering a whole bunch of YouTubers. There we go.
But if I started doing that, my dislikes would be popping too. So, I'm not trying.
It's
to
all
be...
engagement.
Man, do what you like. Do what you like.
Anyway, God, guys, I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for. Blessley, bring out your hollow points. No. Let's get out of here. Jet says this was a fire stream. I really appreciate that, Jet. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through and listening to Scumcast. I know the vibes were off a little bit, the energy was off a little bit because the panel, we're missing members of the panel, but I think we did a good job regardless. Shout out to Blue Moon saying quality chat. Appreciate you, brother. You know, excuse me, Eric? Excuse me? Can you guys not slander Hawk's story to me? Hawk's life is a play where every act is tragic. Now, do you guys recognize that? That's Dan Bull, okay, with the BioWare song, the BioWare Infinite song that he did. And that was like a line from the song, okay? But like Hawk's life fucking sucks. And Hawk, in my opinion, is the most interesting character other than the City Elf Grey Warden, in my fucking opinion, in my humble opinion, okay? Shout out to Arcade saying you guys are yes, guys, I appreciate you for saying that this was a good show. Thank you so much. What up, Hades? How's it going? BG's failure video on Cyberpunk, he still got views. Yes, he did. He did. People like to watch, people like to hate watch stuff. I don't get that. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. You know, I'm going to come through. We are doing like a big group hug. Who can I rely on in this trash community other than the Scum family? You know, the Scum gang and Scumland. You guys are here for me. You guys support me. You guys talk to each other. And even though there's people in the chat who disagree, it never gets to the point where you guys are threatening to kill each other or anything like that. Or like, you know, do anything too insane. You guys respect when I say please don't talk about people in my chat for the most part, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for everything. So yeah, thank you, Brent. Thank you. Okay. And Blue Rise Elm's like female Hawk played with full sarcasm is gold. Speak on it, King. Speak on it. Okay, I am a Hawk stan, Hawk fangirl. That's me right here. Listen, all right. If I had to choose between my Grey Warden and Hawk, I would probably choose my Grey Warden. Okay,
Right.
But Listen, I can't leave Leliana alone. Leliana, I love her, and she romanced my Hawk. Okay, so I can't leave her by herself. That's just not gonna happen. All right, I'm sorry. Okay.
Now, I do agree with you. I did enjoy the story. I do also have to agree with some of the comments in the chat about the repetitive environments
Yes,
because
the environments were trash, dude. Like this is
yeah.
facts. But yeah,
I remember the one part with the daily shelves, and when you see them at maybe like in the third act, and they're like, we keep moving our camp because of blah 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 blah, and I'm like, nah, fam, y'all been in the same spot for the past 10 years. What you talking about, yo?
yes, they are. Yeah, no, and then every time you go into a different dungeon, it's the exact same fucking environments. But yeah, no, Brent, I agree. Brent's like your companions too. Fenris has one of the most tragic stories in the game, especially if he's your rival and you side with the mages. Yes, I agree. I personally find Isabella, Fenris. I mean, Anders can kick rocks and flip flops in Dragon Age 2, but he was interesting in Awakenings. It's just, he's not Anders anymore. He's Justice, It sucks. Yeah. Justice completely erased his fucking personality. But I think Fenris, Meryl, Isabella, Varric, all those, the reason I love the Dragon Age 2 crew so much is because they're friends with Hawk for Hawk from the beginning. Like for Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Inquisition, your companions come to you for a greater cause, to stop a greater threat, right? And then you become close as a result of that, right? As a result of traveling together. But in Dragon Age 2, your friends are your friends because you're friends. And they're with you because they're with you, because of you. And it's not just like there's a grand threat happening, right? Like the Era Shock was there in the first part of Dragon Age, and like the Blood Mages were there too, but it wasn't like they weren't like a grand overarching threat as the same way that I'm thinking shit. I'm thinking about Sarah right now when everything name she got, but like the same way that Corypheus was, and the same way that the Archdemon was in Origins. It's just different. So I just personally, Dragon Age 2 was just so great. And then Hawk's life fucking sucks, okay? And then like I love Bethany. That's my girl. I love Bethany so much. Okay, that's my baby. All right. Other than Leliana, I love her. Like bring Bethany here. Carver, rest in peace, brother. But I will never choose Carver over Bethany. Okay, let's get out of here. No, I mean I let Hawk live because like I did multiple playthroughs. So one of my playthroughs, Alistair, it was between Alistair and Shroud, or no, Alistair and Hawk, right? Right? Was it Alistair and Hawk? Slow-mo?
Whoever that random Grey Warden commander was, that
but Alistair was there too for one of the playthroughs, right?
No.
If you Alistair, if you had Alistair as a Grey Warden, Alistair as a Grey Warden could come through. You could choose between Alistair and Hawk, I think.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't remember because it wasn't always. It wasn't just Shroud. Let me go look. Let me go double check. I don't remember.
If Alistair is still alive in your playthrough, he shows up, but I don't think he goes into the veil with you to get to that part.
Yeah, you might be right on that. So the Shroud just show up every time?
Yeah, it's always Shroud. It's always Hawk, and I think originally it was supposed to be your Grey Warden from Origins and Awakenings, but they maybe had some technical issues and couldn't make it happen, or whatever. I don't know. They couldn't accurately get your playthroughs correctly, so it'd be your specific Grey Warden with all his choices or his or her choices. But
I'm pretty sure you could leave Alistair in there because he could be the Warden commander. I don't remember.
I had to look it up.
I'm looking it up right now too. Yo, you can choose Alistair. Yeah. Did I choose Ashley or Kaden? I'll take the hot space races over the boring guy. So Ashley, love you too, Inbody. So I chose Ashley. All right, let's get out of here. Let's do some outros. Thanks so much for coming through, Singer. I appreciate the passion, boo. Go ahead.
Thank you for inviting me, Luca. Death Singer everywhere, and make sure you play that greatness on PC with the full frame rate and the glorious visuals, and enjoy Cyberpunk. It is a fantastic game, and I will stop preaching about Cyberpunk now.
Okay. Ike?
Oh, thanks for having me on here, Luca, and the rest of the cast. Follow me on Twitter at BigMike2477.
All right. Meta? Okay. You got. Hey, yo, what's your metaphorical?
No, I'm here. Sorry.
You're fine.
Yo, what up? It's Metaphorical. Your Metaphorical Low Life. You know where to find me. Twitter, not that much, but on YouTube, most def. If you like comic shit, come hit that subscribe, hit that bell.
All right.
Peace.
Sincere.
Singer, I was fucking with you. That was all jokes.
It's all good.
You have
It's
your
all
own
good.
point of view, and I respect that. That was just jokes. You're not sitting comfortably on a yellow chair. It's all good.
I wish I
Yellow
got
crate.
one though.
He's sitting on a yellow crate. No, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, _GCG. Luca, I appreciate the invite per usual. It's always a good conversation. And I just enjoy talking games with y'all, man. It's actually as negative as we think it is. It's pretty positive gaming talk here. So, we might do some slander, slow-mo, telling people to do their own podcasts and shit like that. But for the most part, yeah, it's a pretty good conversation. So appreciate everybody that stopped past and everybody on the panel. You already know what time it is. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you for coming through. Always appreciate it. Always love having you on. Your viewpoint is always I'm always looking forward to hearing it. And go ahead, Slow.
Yo, great show, guys. And I do just want to apologize for having to step out for the significant period of time I did. It was some stuff happened around the house and family stuff. So apologize for that. You guys have a great weekend. And yeah.
Yeah. And Blue Rise, did you hear about the VA who did Cullen/Anders having a meltdown? Yeah, we talked about it last week. But yeah, shout out to you guys. I'll have some more videos for you guys throughout the week. Maybe I'll become like a hate bait channel because I've been watching a lot of hate bait streamers. They all cover the same thing and say the exact same thing. So it's just kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how far
Maybe you can be the anti-hate bait channel.
little anti-hate bait.
You go after the baiters and you bait them.
No, I don't want their people on me. They're scary, man. But I think about it. I'm like, maybe I can get in with this crew. I'm a black woman. They would love to use me as like I'm not racist, sexist, homophobic
Because I have a
because
black
black
friend.
woman here agrees with my viewpoints. Maybe that. I was thinking I could definitely leverage that angle. I was actually watching one of their videos right now, and they were like saying that the Last of Us 2 fans are sexist because they didn't agree with the opinion of some woman on Twitter. And I just started laughing. I was like, damn, they really are using all the stops. Like, just use everything to your advantage to win, So, anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Okay, and Arcade said, Luca, you're right. It can be Alistair depending on what you did. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I played the game like 3 times. So I remember Alistair being there. Like, he was king in one playthrough, and then he was the warden commander in another. So, and then...
Yeah, I played it like 4 times. I never had the option of Alistair in the fade, choosing to leave someone in the fade. It was always Shroud or Hawk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shroud just comes through if you have Alistair dead or is the king. Because he's the warden. He was the warden commander in mine. So
yeah.
We'll have to look into it. Are you going to be the midget Candace Owens? She